Okay, fine. I'm a cuck. Next question.
So
here we go.
I almost had a heart attack. I was like, holy fuck. The whole edited stream I just did isn't here. So here comes Chrissie Mayr.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And watch the way that she introduces Melonie Mac. She obviously thought that Jeremy had this completely under control and Melonie Mac had this completely under control and they were winning and that everybody else was a nothing and a cockroach. Listen to how she introduces it.
Okay.
We don't need Earth Day because we have tonight's guest. Oh my goodness. You know her. You love her. She's been on the show before. I would actually consider her a friend of mine.
She was universally hated and reviled in the chat. You guys love her. No, we don't love her, actually. We hate her. She's a lying grifter.
Not even lying grifter. She's happy that our editor lost his job and laughed about it. Like, fuck off. Like, this is crazy.
And I don't really say that about all of my guests. Well, maybe I say that about some of my guests, but I don't mean it.
What?
But I do mean it.
Hold on. What a crazy thing to say, by the way. What a snaky, slimy, two-faced thing to just admit openly that you tell some of your guests that you're their friend to their face, but you don't actually mean it?
That's...
Who would say something like that? That's fucked in the head. Is that what you tell Brittany Venti to her face? That she's your friend? And then you lie on her name in public and fuck her over and make it look like she is scared of Melonie Mac? Is that what this is?
Welcome back to the program. Actually, the new Mrs. Melonie Mac!
Mel should not be allowed on the fucking internet.
Well,
even if she didn't do what she did. But
everywhere she goes, she just gets pelted. I mean, the time for her to leave was a long time ago.
Yes.
The only reason, by the way, we still have to suffer through Melonie Mac's nails on a chalkboard voice and her morally puritanical takes about video games. We can't have women in bikinis. We can't have games that are spiritually caustic. This is honestly Melonie Mac's take.
We're demons,
She said we're demons. Melonie Mac believes that we need a Christian censorship board. This is what her and Razor Fist were trying to push, that a committee of pastors, she doesn't know of what denomination or she doesn't know how it would work, but there would be a committee of pastors that would determine what video games are allowed to be released on the market, and they're not allowed to be spiritually caustic, whatever that means. I'm sorry. Most people aren't in favor of having the church overview and oversee everything that grown adults can watch and play and do. I'm sorry.
But then when we call that out, we're just drama mongers, according to Razor Fist.
Well, we can't disagree on that, right?
No.
And they're being dogpiled. Now, mind you, if the majority was on their side, they would obviously be dogpiling Smash JT or Yellow Flash or anybody else who may disagree that the Christian churches, which she doesn't know which one, she doesn't know what ministers, should determine what sort of games and what sort of movies that grown adults are allowed to fucking see. You know. Yeah. Anyway, that's Melonie Mac for you folks. This is why we have to suffer and tolerate this bullshit. It's all Chrissie Mayr's fault. Melonie Mac had lost everything. For those of you who don't know, Melonie Mac for a decade was one of the most shameless leftist SJW pro LGBT pro tranny voices in the gaming community. She shilled all of that stuff. The receipts on it are legion. And she burned all of her bridges over there. She lost everything. She was considering getting a job as a personal trainer, right? Here she is as the servant of the Doritos Pope, Jeff Keighley. This was during her era as a woke leftist, as a corporate shill. She was done. Chrissie Mayr brought her in and gave her a fresh start to grift the right wing. And she latched onto it.
Remember when you first went at her back in the day, right? And she was talking about the Goonergate. So you found a ton of pictures on Insta of her and put it like a collage.
Where she was in bikinis. She was showing off her gym outfits. Yes.
One out of 40 pics
There was
were
like
AI.
dozens of pictures. One was AI. And she goes, oh, see, the whole narrative's fake because one of the pictures was AI.
Yeah.
What about the other 24 pictures? But this is the disingenuous way that Melonie Mac and Quartering argue, because they're always used to arguing from the position of punching down on smaller creators, being able to lie about smaller creators without repercussion, and then just silence them. And when they can't do that, when they're suddenly in the position of being the little fish in the pond, they cry and cry and cry. These people are the biggest cry bullies of all time, and it's time for it to stop. It's time for you to stop claiming that you're the victim while you go around and fuck with all sorts of other people. And then when the rent comes due for you, no. You made this bed, lie in it.
All right. Appreciate you, bro.
I missed you, Chrissie.
Oh my gosh, I missed you too. There's so much to catch up on. Like, you are a married woman. Wow.
Yes. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the whole internet just went,
No,
I got
the whole internet went, what are the oranges for?
But it's weird to me that in their minds, like, the reaction to a woman getting married is automatically like, and it's only like that, by the way.
Ash, I thought they were doing it positive, like they were doing it like a
the reaction is negative.
We can't fuck her now.
Because yes, exactly. They go on to detail this, how their business is entirely reliant on simps that pay, so they'll conceal their relationship statuses. And Chrissie commends Melonie for her bravery of being honest that she's married instead of continuing to milk her simps for cash. It's crazy.
A lot of support, though, surprisingly. So that was nice, because I was worried about that at first. I was like, well, I wonder.
Listen, if you are worried that you'll lose everything if you're taken, like, that's actually like the craziest thing in the world.
Isn't it, though? You're worried about that because nobody actually cares about what you have to say.
Yeah.
No one cares about your takes. No one finds you funny or interesting or authentic. It's just a bunch of guys that are desperate, thirsty simps who see a woman that shares their hobbies and an interest that's normally dominated by men, and who echoes their political takes back to them, regurgitated on a spoon, the most basic bitch takes possible. And they go, oh, yummy, mommy, let me give you money. I'm a dummy. Fuck that.
And look,
fuck that.
At least, Ashton, you could sort of understand the simps who donate to OnlyFans because they're gooners and horny and get like pussy pics and shit.
These people are pathetic. There was
clothed women.
Listen, we're gonna have to organize the whole segment on this, but there is a guy out there who worked 3 part-time jobs and gave Melonie Mac 80% of his paycheck.
Stop. No.
He would give Melonie Mac somewhere in the ballpark of $27,000 to $30,000 a year. He did this for years. He left after Johnny Junkers married Melonie Mac. Like this is the truth. This is the truth. Like, this is what it is, man. Like, this is what it is.
At least if you're a gooner, it's like, that's disgusting, but okay. You're donating money to clothed females who will never fuck you.
Well, these women, they'll get in Discord with these guys, and they'll
maybe
they hook them in, they lead them along, they milk them. These women know how to manipulate these men. It's the only way they can make money is to manipulate sad, lonely, horny men who have no other options, no other outlet, into giving them cold, hard cash. That's the business model these whores fucking live off of. You have a show called Simpcast, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Come on.
This is gonna be weird, but yeah, a lot of people are happy for me.
There are women who do not acknowledge that they have a husband, and they do that specifically because they don't want to lose the consider to be like their
Bring it back.
they
Listen
do that
to what she's saying.
Yeah.
Listen, so they hide that they're married or with a man
Yeah.
specifically
women
for. Go
do
ahead,
not
Chris.
acknowledge that they have a husband, and they do that specifically because they don't want to lose what they
Right.
consider to be like their generous male fans. But
The generous male fans, folks. So that's the business model that they rely on, is the generous male fans, aka the beta orbiter cuckold simps that burn through their paychecks thinking they have a chance with these women. It's exploitative. It's parasocial. It's wrong. It's honestly worse than OnlyFans in a way, because at least the OnlyFans simp actually gets some nudes, you know,
some pussy shots
or actually get some videos or fetish content or whatever the fuck they're into. You know, this is crazy stuff. They're just outright mask off at the start of the show about the whole business model and how they're concerned about it.
But we have to hear about Christianity. We have to hear about the Bible.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's, aren't you going to be sad when you lose your simps who jack off to you while you're live? Buddy.
And I didn't lose in the grand scheme of things as many followers as I thought. Like, I had that initial purge because I announced when I was engaged, and then I had an initial purge of like a couple thousand.
A couple thousand. Look at Chrissie. Even Chrissie is shocked. Melonie Mac admitted she lost thousands of financial supporters, thousands of simps and viewers when she announced she got married. That means, Melonie, your audience follows you not because you have anything interesting to say, insightful, you're a political activist, you're saving souls for Christ. They follow you to masturbate to you. And in the hopes that they can get a crumb of pussy somehow by simping or sliding into the DMs or manipulating it this way or that way. I can't believe you would actually admit this in public. What were they thinking?
Like, imagine, bro.
What?
People.
That's too many. That's like,
Well, I thought it was going to be a lot more, so I was
She
like, oh,
thought
wow,
it would be more. That's how Melonie Mac views herself. That's where her self-esteem and her self-image is at.
So religious, Ash. This
But
is like,
I thought everybody was following you for your Bible takes and the gospel.
She's a nun.
The LGBT agenda and all this. Shouldn't you want to purge these people from your audience in the first place? You know, Chrissie says that's too many. Why do you want these people around? Why do you want these gooners and these simps around, huh? Don't you want to be taken seriously for your comedy or your religious preaching or your political takes or your gaming streams? No. These are women that use their bodies to milk men of money, and then they tell us about the Bible and Christian ethics. And here it is, just on full display, naked for all to see.
Ash, we're cool with cleavage and butts being shown in games, though. That makes us the bad people. We're the gooners because Catwoman should have leather pants and reveal her butt a little bit. But thousands of men jacking off to you is fine.
What's crazy about this, though, is they have no actual moral foundation whatsoever. They're not actually anchored on the rock of Christianity and the gospel and a sound understanding of theology and doctrine, because Melonie Mac is all over the place on this stuff. She'll defend one gooner game. She'll say Laura Croft should look sexy. She'll say, Astral Blade or Stellar Blade or whatever the fuck it was. That one's good. But then First Descendant, that one goes too far. That's wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Like, they're not even consistent on this stuff. They're just going wherever they think that the grift is, whatever take they think is going to give them money. And then when it backfires and it didn't align with what the audience wanted, because their audience are actually gooners, as they admitted, then they cry and say they're persecuted and oppressed and they're being dogpiled. Let's be real. The only reason anyone watches these people in the first place is to hit the mute button, pull down their pants, get some fucking Vaseline, and get down to town.
Jesus.
Ain't nobody playing the Melonie Mac video with the audio on.
Did she defend Stellar Blade?
She did.
That's the most jack-offable game in the last 10 years.
Melanie defended Stellar Blade. Melanie defended Stellar Blade and then was against First Descendant.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Have you played Stellar Blade? When you walk up a ladder, you could like jack off to that. What the fuck?
Don't want to.
Yeah. You know, as you said, I've been divorced before. That was about 6 years ago.
We have a divorce and remarriage scenario, folks. We know that Christ hates divorce. He hates it. If there's any way avoidable to avoid divorce, that's what Jesus wants. He says it's one man and one woman for life. Divorce and remarriage is not a Christian concept, except in the case of adultery. Now, maybe Melonie was cheated on, maybe she wasn't, but we have her, the great Christian or arbiter of morality, who's already divorced and is getting married and is already married again. Divorced and remarried. Now, I know that's a very socially conservative position, but she's claiming the most socially conservative position she can and grifting that way.
But I did it the wrong way. It was an unequally yoked marriage situation, even though I was like living in rebellion against my faith.
Yoked? No. So she says it's unequally yoked, and she later on defines this as she was a Christian and her partner wasn't. But her next words after saying it was unequally yoked was she was in rebellion against her faith. So both of you actually were not living a Christian life or lifestyle. So it wasn't unequally yoked. And you can't put all the blame on your ex-husband. I'm sorry. Fuck off.
You know, got in a relationship with a non-believer, and then before you know it, it
says marry only in the church, doesn't it, Mel? Says that for a reason, right?
What is going on? What, like, folks, on the internet, for the last month, is everyone okay? Is everyone okay?
Full-blown rebellion against my faith, which I don't want to blame that relationship for that.
Jeremy has ruined the internet. I hate Jer so much.
Entirely. It was, most of it was on me, and I should have known better. And start going back to my faith. The LARP is over. But yeah, because then I was like,
I love it. She's going back to her faith. The LARP is over. No, that's when the LARP truly began. That's when the LARP truly began. Because the truth about Melonie Mac is she's an incredibly worldly woman. Everything about Melonie Mac screams of the world. The way she dresses, her hair color, her tattoos, her language is crude and crass. She cusses, she yells slurs at people and employs hateful rhetoric. She is of, by, and for the world. As much as she says that she's a Christian, she is a disciple of the world, led astray by Lucifer, led astray by the devil. She's a false prophet. She's a grifter, and she doesn't even know what she doesn't know. She's just a clueless fucking airhead out here, folks.
First two, I was like, okay, I was cooking him 2 meals a day, and then he's like, you can just cook me 1 meal a day.
Listen to this.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Okay.
So Mel is trying to flex her trad wife credentials. How she's so traditional, how she's so base. She was cooking Johnny Junkers 2 meals a day. Okay. There's only one problem. Mel's an e-girl. She's on the internet. She has to stream with Jeremy Hambly, and she has to make her gaming hot take videos. So Johnny Junkers has to suffer. The meals have to be cut out. Listen to this shit.
But I was cooking him 2 meals a day, and then he's like, you can just cook me 1 meal a day, and I'll make stuff for like
Chrissy was shocked.
All this stuff or whatever else. And then it's like, okay. And then he's like, oh, you've been a lot busier with your content and stuff lately. If you want, I could just get me some factor meals and like meal prep stuff. And I'm like,
so now she doesn't cook any meals a day. Johnny has to prep his own meals. So trad, so based, so wholesome.
Oh my God. Her voice feels like my head's being rattled in a tin cup. Like her voice is actually it's like not even
it really is. It really is.
I'm like angry listening, not even to what she's saying, to the tone. Like, oh my God.
Are you sure? Is it? So I'm trying to I'm still trying to figure it out. But one day he's like, I really would like some rice and some, the hot dogs that have the cheese in it.
Are you hearing this? Melonie Mac's gourmet cooking is rice with hot dogs and cheese whiz. These are the meals that she doesn't even have the time to cook her husband, Johnny Junkers. And it's like, did you guys not learn that you shouldn't overshare about your lives yet during this arc? There's no reason to tell us any of this stuff. But they actually somehow believe, these women, because of the hoflation, because of all the thirsty simps who tell them that they're walking on the water, that they're beautiful goddesses who can't do any wrong because they regurgitate the political takes that they want to hear, right? These women actually believe that people out there really care about their domestic lives and what they cook and what they're doing with their husbands. I assure you, no one gives a shit.
That'll make the simp stay. Wait. The only simps who stay will be cooks.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me how I cook for my husband.
Grilled hot dogs with cheese on it. And I'm like, just rice and hot dog cheese? And that's it? Like, no sauce or anything? He's like, no, just that. Like, he's from the Philippines, and sometimes it's just hot dogs over rice.
So
he's from the Philippines. He doesn't know any better. He just eats hot dogs and rice and fucking cheese whiz concoction. Like, holy.
He's like a brand new foreigner off the boat.
He's like fresh off the boat. He's a fob. Holy poverty alert. Poverty alert.
Bring up some super chats, and I'm noticing a little bit of a theme. So,
are you? Oh, and Mal is excited. She's like, "Oh, I'm sure they're all asking about the Bible and how awesome Johnny is, what a chat he is, right?"
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, address it.
Okay.
While people are, this is okay. So it looks like you addressed the quartering drama back in April last month.
No, she didn't address the drama. She made a video where she said she was addressing the drama and then refused to actually address any of the real points of the scandal or the drama and just play the victim that they were being bullied and harassed and dogpiled, et cetera, okay? But Chrissie, in her mind, is like trying to desperately sweep. Oh, well, you already addressed this last month, guys. It was already addressed. It's all the questions are at an end. It's already blown over. It's way past May 4th. It's time for everybody to stop talking about it. No, it's not. It's time for people to keep the pressure on. Never take the boot off these people's necks.
And
ever.
Ash, here's the thing is, the boot will never get off their neck until Quartering makes a statement and talks about how he got us banned. Literally.
Well, he can't defend it. He can't defend it.
No, I don't care. Admit it. Just admit it. And fucking get felted. Like, you have to admit it. This is never going away for 10 years. For 10 years, bro. I'm here.
How do you feel about it now? Do you feel like it's...
Imagine we got someone fucking... we phoned YouTube and got Quartering removed for making fun of Brie Larson. We'd get raped in hell forever. We'd be like nonstop life.
It's the code. It's the code of the content creators. It's the criminal code. Like, you can't snitch on other creators like this.
Imagine Flash did that. We would rape Flash. We would rape Smash TV did that. The
YouTube terms of service is so opaque, so non-enforced and selectively enforced, and all of these platforms for that matter. Like Twitch is like that, YouTube's like that. We all have to deal with this bullshit. Demonetization for no fucking reason, getting videos flagged down for no fucking reason. Bullshit, right? It's bad enough just dealing with the platform as it is, let alone having guys out there calling their YouTube rap to get people who are making fun of them's channels taken away. Yeah. That's the problem. That's the problem here. And it's not just us. They wouldn't stop at just us. It had to be Yellow Flash as well. It had to be Smash JT. It had to be Rant Man. It had to be all of these creators that Luther Morgan had issues as well. Luther. And it's like, no, it's not just a Camelot. I think has 2 strikes right now.
Yeah, 2.
2 strikes.
Yeah. Yes,
he's almost gone.
One more and he's gone.
Almost completely gone from the YouTube platform. And then Jeremy says, oh, people are only doing this for money. Camelot's about to lose his entire fucking income if Jeremy cries out of his bum one more time.
And here's the thing, Ash.
Mikey No More had his chant.
Was friends with Quartering, and he still backed us. And he backed Flash.
Copium. There's so many. Yeah. There's so many. I can't even remember all of them off the top of my head.
I wish I had a list. I honestly wish we had
Alyssa Clips. Alyssa Clips had issues as well. Age-restricted videos.
Duty streams.
Duty got a strike.
Fuck, man.
Something that,
again,
other than
if we did that and Flash bashed us, it'd be right for Flash to bash us. If we threatened some guy for making fun of us and then that person's channel removed, I would expect everyone to rape us.
This is the thing, too. This isn't coming from some woke, leftist, feminist,
Anita Sarkeesian or something.
You know what I mean? This isn't Keffels that's doing this or Brianna Wu or what. This is happening from a supposed free speech warrior who made his entire name off the tagline, "My channel is under attack." And now he's putting other people's channels under attack, if not directly, like what he did to us, then indirectly through the atmosphere that he has cultivated in the last number of weeks. And we have people out here running damage control, sweeping the broom. You guys are going to get just as pissed as I am as we work our way through this Chrissie Mayr situation. Because at first you think, okay, maybe she really doesn't know. But at a certain point, she gets gleeful in shutting down the discussion, gleeful in sweeping it up. She loves being a janitor. This puts Shannon Gaines to shame.
Of course, this stream is coming up a lot for you.
Yeah, but like, man, the Quartering, Jeremy has been such an amazing friend to me. And
it doesn't matter if you're an amazing friend. If your amazing friend stabs someone in the park, are you going to defend them?
Exactly. Right?
But
he's not your friend. Like, let's cut the shit. He's your employer. He's your boss. He's pretty much your sole source of income since you nuked your entire YouTube channel, nuked your entire fucking Twitter. You're not really making content on your own. You're not really streaming. As you admitted at the start of the stream, thousands of your simps, your paying customers have left because you revealed that you were married. So your only option is Jeremy Hambley. You tied yourself to the SS Hamtanic, and it's sinking to the bottom of the sea. And rather than accepting that it's sinking, you're buying into the propaganda the captain told you when you bought your first class ticket, that it's an unsinkable vessel and you'll never have to get to the lifeboats. Sorry, you need to get to the lifeboats. The time to get to the lifeboats was weeks ago. You and Hannah Claire have both decided to go down with the ship. You didn't have to go down with the ship. I've been incredibly merciful and nice to both you and Hannah Claire Brimelow, because I know that this is your sole source of income. I know that this is your livelihood, and I know it's hard to try and do the right thing when you're going to lose everything. But you're going to lose anything regardless. If you left, at least you could try and pick up the pieces and start over again. Now, people are going to hound you about this shit until the end of time. It is a very bad decision that you guys have made. And you're even worse than Hannah, because at least Hannah has the decency to shut her fucking mouth and hide out. You, on the other hand, are out there cheering on what Jeremy does and co-signing it. And then when you go on Chrissy's show, you pretend like you never cheerleaded or co-signed it, even though we have you in public doing so. She believes the propaganda about the closing compartment doors, that the ship is unsinkable because Jeremy is such a millionaire and has so many millions of viewers and the 70,000 live viewers. Like, I actually believe that Melonie is so dumb that she really does believe that there's 70,000 live viewers. Like, I think she's very shocked that we haven't just been completely wiped off the internet by the overwhelming Hambly forces. But there are none because they have no actual fans. But they think that they do.
And also, too, Jared, when Ash and I started the show, while the songs were on, Ash and I heard Jeremy started the stream with 400 viewers, and his excuse why it wasn't 10 to 20,000 people was because who was streaming, Ash, on Rumble? He said that someone was streaming on Rumble at that time. Salty Cracker.
Tim Pool and Salty Cracker.
He's like, Salty is streaming right now. That's why we only have 400 people watching.
If you have an actual audience, they will watch you no matter what. We never stream on Thursday, right? We actually have more live viewers today on Thursday, a day when we never stream, than we did yesterday during a scheduled stream. So it didn't matter. Okay, Brittany Venti was streaming an hour ago. It doesn't matter.
Well, she has her viewers.
Yes, she has our viewers and we have ours. Just like Tim Pool and Salty Cracker have their viewers, and supposedly Hambly would have his viewers. It's no excuse. There's always somebody else that's live. There's always a creator bigger than you that's live. Do you know? It's not an excuse.
Yeah.
Like you can't. Oh my God, the time slot, the precious time. Fuck the time slot. The viewers are going to decide who they want to watch and who they want to support. Fuck it.
Yeah, man.
I have his back, and I'll be his friend forever. Like that's a real.
You'll be his friend forever.
You could be someone's friend and go, "You're being a retard, bro. Fix this shit. Fix it."
It's like you say, you'll be somebody's friend forever. Like, what if he murders somebody? What if it turns out he's a kid diddler or something like that? Are you still going to defend him to the ends of the earth? There's no limits to the friendship. There's no limits to the loyalty. Obviously, what this comes down to.
What if you worship Satan tomorrow?
Well, I mean, the guy obviously does a lot of things that on paper you're supposed to disagree with. He's pro-deplatforming, pro-censorship. He watches cuckold pornography. He's a glutton. And we have video of Melonie Mac going after fat people, going after alcoholics. He's an alcoholic. He has addiction issues. He obviously actually does need Jesus, and he needs to repent of a lot of the behavior that's bad for him. He has serious mental health problems, just like the trans people that you like to go after. Jeremy Hambly has regular panic attacks and anxiety attacks that he has to medicate with Xanax on a regular basis, okay? He has a lot of shit wrong with him, okay, that you would go after anybody else for. But the reason why you don't, Mel, is because you're on the payroll. He pays your bills. You will be on the streets homeless without him. She tries to claim, by the way, that she's set for life and she never has to work again. I call bullshit. It's just not true.
Yeah. But the worst part about this whole thing is Jeremy's a hypocrite. All right?
It really is.
That's the worst part.
He's been there for me.
Dave William with the Rage Quit saying, Phil just read the definition of grifting and is teaching his audience why people who do it are disgusting.
Bless Phil's heart. Phil is such a fucking Looney Tune, man. Like,
it's actually crazy.
I don't know. Like, it's just crazy. It's actually crazy. You know, like, present Phil is now disavowing past Phil and saying that the vests were a grift. And he was grifting back then, yes. But now he's repented of grifting, and it's just crazy.
Let's bring it up. Bring it up.
All kinds of cancellations and
whoa.
During
Quartering had her back through all these cancellations, right?
But now he's canceling people.
Yes, and when he cancels us, then that's okay, right?
Yeah.
That's a friend for life. Like, he's been there for me during all kinds of cancellations and dog piles, and he's had my back, so I have his back.
Wait a second.
And
did you know that Mel got this gig with Jeremy when she tried out for LOLcow Live?
Listen, if you are desperate enough to try out for LOLcow Live, you obviously aren't set for life financially. Are you? I don't think anyone goes to LOLcow Live that's set for life, just to tell you the truth.
And Jer saw her on LOLcow and went, yep, that's who I want on.
That's the thing.
And shout outs to Keem. He was backing us up on this whole thing, by the way, too. He's being really cool.
Based. Fuck yeah.
Some people are really upset about it, or some people will be like, oh, you have to disavow this, you have to disavow that. And it's like, look, he hasn't disavowed me for eating radioactive shrimp.
It's not about that. There's a big difference. Like, trying to downplay this and be so disingenuous that him deplatforming other people when he's supposedly free speech, him crying out in pain as he strikes you, taking away our editor's livelihood is the same as you eating shrimp. fuck off. And it's beyond that too, where you've got Adam Sellers, the bull involved, and potential cuck stuff and cuck porn. But it's beyond that too, where he's lying about his coffee business, saying it wasn't drop shipped, when it looks like almost 100% likely that it was drop shipped this entire time. He's not following FDA regulations when it comes to his coffee and labeling it and letting people know what's actually in the coffee, and people might get poisoned by it or have allergic reactions to it and suffer health issues as a result of it. There's a lot going on here, Mel. It's not the same as either you eating shrimp, or as she's about to say in a minute, Jeremy doesn't play video games with puzzles in them. It's such a bad faith way to tackle this. It's crazy that she thinks that this deflection technique will be effective. It's crazy.
How many times, Ash, have we covered someone and we go over like a bunch of crazy things, and then we throw in like an appetizer, making fun of him playing Crimson Desert, and they always focus on the lowest crime of the list. Always.
Well, they always want to plead guilty to a lesser offense.
Yeah. Oh, they're
so
just
they know
making
there's
fun
all
of
these charges, right? And it's like, oh, well, what it actually comes down to is just Jer's a bad gamer. No.
Why did he go live tonight?
I don't know. He's trying to show his power, that he's unbothered or something. Like, I really don't get it. I don't know. He's maybe trying to save the Rumble contract. Like, it's just baffling to me. It really is.
There's no saving face here, bro.
Just about him for playing video games that don't have puzzles. Like, do I think it's insane?
What?
He's playing these.
Did we just?
Imagine being so bad faith and so disingenuous that you try and present this entire controversy
we lost
as
channel.
People are upset that Jeremy won't play games with puzzles in them. Then why is H3H3? Why is Mudahar? Why is Geeks and Gamers? Why is Brittany Venti? Why is Heel versus Baby? Why is Nerdrotic talking about it then? They're all piling on. Why is Camelot's piling on? All because Jeremy plays video games without puzzles in them.
You know,
like he's bad at games. Like that doesn't make sense. That doesn't pass the smell test to anybody. All this relies on 100% is people's ignorance of what's going on, and that they will be perpetually ignorant to it forever. But it's escaped containment. June the King has released a documentary that explains everything. Eventually, through osmosis, through all of the other creators covering this situation and talking about it, pretty much everybody will know the situation, and the saturation of it will become unavoidable. And at that point, you will have lost because you lied and set out a disingenuous narrative from the beginning instead of trying to honestly engage with the criticisms. Instead, it's this weird, like, gatekeeping, like, oh, you know, there's nothing to see here, guys. That's not going to cut it at this point. There's 11,000 people here.
And you know what's fucking bullshit, too? The reason we'll never get the channel back. We can only apply for a new channel, by the way, in a year. We have to wait 1 year from when we were banned for me to get my channel back. Or, by the way, and we have to start fresh.
Well, the Worski appeal is still in fucking limbo.
Yes. So I have to wait till they say no.
They still haven't got back to us on that. And we can't actually fight the Kino Casino clip bullshit until the Worski appeal is resolved. So it's actually crazy.
I spoke to someone on the weekend through like their chat, and they said we have to wait for the appeal to go through. It says 2 business days. It's been 1 month. And I know that YouTube knows about the story. They have to, right? And I think they are purposely ignoring it and avoiding it to not show that they were wrong.
The thing is, had it not blown up as much as it did, they may have reversed it. And Quartering, for whatever reason, signaled that he thought it was going to be restored that week. What he knew, thinking that it would be restored, I don't know. But I think there was a decision made like, listen, we can't admit fault on this.
Yeah.
Because if we do, then the house of cards might come down. It's
and then
easier
it shows
for them
that their managers are in
that they fuck up and that there's undue influence from other creators and stuff like that. So they're never going to admit there was a mistake, right?
Yep.
And so maybe 6 months from now, maybe a year from now, it'll be resolved and we'll get it back once all the controversy has died down. But honestly, it blowing up as much as it did may have very well harmed our chances of getting the channel back. But it's not even about that at this point. It's about holding these fuckers accountable and saying, no, this time, fuck you. You're not getting away with this. You have to suffer. Suffer, bitch. All right, we got to get through it.
Yeah.
Won't play games with puzzles. It's like, no, I only have to play these like ADD games, ADHD games.
Fuck
okay,
off.
you know what? I'll still be his friend. I know that really tested our friendship, but I'll still be his friend even if he doesn't play Tomb Raider. So yeah, that's it. And,
what? It's not about Tomb Raider.
On the internet are going to tell me.
Like Chrissie is looking at the chat. By the way, look at Chrissie. Will you pretend, like Chrissie, if we have to pretend that she actually doesn't know what's going on and she's ignorant, look at the way she's grimacing and biting her lip right now. She knows that Melonie Mac is lying right to her face. She knows that this answer isn't going to be satisfactory. She's looking at a chat that's constantly like Adam Sellers, The Bull, Oranges, flagging, Kino Casino lost their channel, Camelot's been flagged, Yellow Flash has been flagged, Jeremy ducked a debate with Yellow Flash, he talked all this fucking shit. She knows right well that it's not about that, but she has to pretend to sweep for Mel and Jer that it is about that. It's obviously not.
Yep. Room temperature.
By the way, I'll just say one last final point and then I'll let you go.
Yep.
Melonie Mac is supposedly this Christian woman, this righteous truth teller woman who would never tell a lie because she loves Christ. This is obviously a lie. Melonie obviously knows what this is about. It's not about Tomb Raider. It's a clear lie. So shut the fuck up, bitch.
Who I can or can't be friends with, or what I have to say or don't have to say on social media, like that's none of their business. So,
and guess what? Like you can be friends with someone and not agree with everything they do, not support everything. They
now
do.
Chrissie has a good point there, and it's giving Mel an out where she's like, well, you can be friends with somebody and not agree with everything they do, right?
That's the out. That's the out.
That's the out. You know what? I disagree with his actions. Like at bare minimum, what you have to say in this situation optically is he never should have made those threats in Josh Moon's DMs. That was wrong. And it made it look like he flagged it down, but he didn't actually take action. But even Jeremy admitted in his non-apology on Twitter that was the case. And then he deleted that and pretended like he never admitted that it was fucking wrong. But Mel won't even go that far. She thinks that it's all okay. She sees nothing. She knows nothing. It's actually about Tomb Raider, guys. Fuck off.
Not like
people are going to hate you. People hated Jesus and he was perfect. So it's just like,
are we seriously comparing you and Jeremy Hambley to Jesus Christ, the Son of God?
Did Jesus get people banned off of YouTube?
Well, they're actually going to say that Jesus would support deplatforming in a second.
Shut the
I'm not kidding. When one of the super chats comes in, they're like, well, Jesus would support people losing their channel. Like, it's just like, are you guys for real? Like, do you not realize how blasphemous it is to compare your situation to Christ as though you're sinless, as though you're actually living this righteous, and it's just that people hate you because you're so righteous and you're such a good example, and they're all demons and agents of Satan and the woke left. Like, give it a break. Give it a rest.
People hated Jesus too. So therefore, that's what Jeremy is. Are you kidding me?
This stuff bothers me, man. Like it actually really bothers me when people cloak themselves in Christ like this one day, and then the next day there's a porn star on.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, Nobody knows your private conversations with Jeremy.
Right.
Like, for all anybody knows, you
leak
could
'em.
be privately telling him, I don't agree with this or that.
See, wait. That's the
but
second out. The second out is so you probably DM'd him that you didn't agree with the flagging.
Yeah.
No.
no. You know,
like Chrissie's trying her best. She's like, so.
She's trying so hard to sweep it all and give her outs. It's crazy.
But when you're in this situation where it's very public, you have to tell people you disagree with a public image.
When you're a public figure that's reliant on the public for your income and your continued success, you actually have to answer to the public. You do. You can't just pretend that things that are happening publicly, that are massive scandals being covered by millions of views on the internet, are not happening. You can't do that. And it just turns people against you, even people that might have been sympathetic or people that might be neutral in the situation. When they see how bad faith and disingenuous you're being, when you're supposed to be the Christian moral arbiter, they go, fuck this person. They're lying to me. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this or that. And you can still, and that's the thing, not everybody is entitled to all of everyone's private.
Yes, we are. When it's about us losing money, us being attacked and deplatformed, we are.
I just feel like we're entitled to some answers, like some actual address of what's actually going on.
Hang on, but you could not tell us, but we also have the right to fucking
criticize and
call
say
you out,
fuck you
and
make our voices heard.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Well, I have a right to not say, okay, well, then we have a right to mock the shit out of you. Fuck you.
Yeah, endlessly, right?
The conversations and private feelings, like it's okay to not share everything publicly. It's okay.
That's one thing I definitely don't
at a
like
certain
to do.
point, right? Oh, Mal's like, she doesn't like to share that stuff publicly. But wait a minute. When you were in DMs with Stuttering Craig, when you were having private conversations with Stuttering Craig, you gave your DMs to Jeremy Hambley to leak them. And Jeremy Hambley tried to blackmail Stuttering Craig with those DMs. So you're a fucking two-faced snake. You're a liar. And when Melonie later on will say that she doesn't know what the oranges mean, in the DMs with Stuttering Craig, he brought up straight to her face the stolen shorts. She knows right well what it means, but she'll pretend otherwise. She's a liar. She's not a Christian.
It's okay.
That's one thing I definitely don't like to do, is share anything with friendships and all that kind of stuff publicly. Like, especially during, like, if it comes to any falling out with a friend or any what
about the Stuttering Craig stuff?
Yeah.
What? Are you kidding me? But she thinks that no one will ever push back on any of this. No, I'm sorry. Those days are over. You're under the microscope.
Talk to this friend or that friend about disagreeing about this or that.
Someone with a hot take here saying, Mel sounds like she's full of shit. You don't say.
In those DMs with Stuttering Craig. Did you hear what she said? Back it up 5 seconds.
No, I was reading the
Back
chat.
it up. Back it up 5 seconds.
Yeah. Here we go.
Like, especially during, like, if it comes to any falling out with a friend or any, like, talk to this friend or that friend about disagreeing about this or that or the other, though, I'm not gonna air that out on the internet.
About when you went to Stuttering Craig in the DMs and you went apeshit about the fact that he brought Smash JT onto his show to dogpile you? So it's a direct contradiction of your narrative here, Melonie Mac, where in those DMs with Stuttering Craig, you scolded him and said it was wrong of him to bring on Smash JT to dogpile you about Goonergate, which it wasn't a dogpile. He just disagreed with you and voiced his disagreement. But you viewed that as a slight, that Stuttering Craig would platform somebody who disagreed with you. That is cancel culture tactics. That is woke leftist tactics 101. You cancel people that platform the people that you don't like. It's bullshit, Melonie. Fuck you.
By the way, it's not like she was mad at Smash JT for deplatforming her or flagging. She was mad because he was against Goonergate.
Yeah.
It was like the most simple like disagreement that you could ever have with someone. And by the way, if you say something as intense as an opinion like Goonergate, what it was, you're going to have pushback. It's just like when we say something edgy, we know there will be pushback by a certain group of people, and you accept it. You go, I know.
In order to win the argument, you have to address the pushback and defeat it rhetorically.
Yeah.
You can't just cower in a hug box and go, I'm being dogpiled and harassed. You're the one that's shoveling shit over the fence. And then when shit comes back, I'm being bullied. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Bully me away from being his friend. That's what it and
no one said that. No one told you to bully him or not be his friend.
No one's saying that you can't be friends with him.
We're saying
all
to
we're
actually speak the truth.
You should just make a statement saying that you disagree with it if you disagree with it, or come out and say you fully agree with all of his actions. Well, she basically did, right? But then she's upset that she gets pushback on that. I'm sorry. You have a right to be friends with him. You have a right to defend him, but you don't have a right to not be criticized. You don't have a right to not be mocked. You're a public figure in the public square that's trying to convince hearts and minds to live the way that you say. So you can't hide. But it is. Somebody in chat brought this up. What this is an admission. It really is that if she pushes back against her boss at all, she's fired. She's gone. She can't speak out against it. She has to be in lockstep agreement with him at all times.
Yeah. Sorry, let me just retweet that tweet. That's so funny. Who tweeted that? Oh, Hotep, of course. Hotep's a fucking... I love Hotep's fucking account. All right, here we go.
That's... I'm not gonna concede to that. Like, nobody can tell me who I can or can't be friends with.
No one's saying that.
I would rather focus on other things than get caught up in this drama and these made up stuff and that made up stuff. And like,
what made up stuff? No, but explain what's made up. Like, what's the lie? What's made up? What's true? What's not? But they won't do that because it's pretty much all true. Like, so far as I know, it's all true. The stuff about like, okay, is Adam Sellers genuinely fucking Jer's wife? We don't know that 100%.
Well,
but if any other public figure, if Hassan Piker suddenly had a bull over at his house that was active on Reddit and all of the bull communities and was palling around with him and his wife for 10 years, you don't think Jeremy Hambly would be the first one to say that Hassan Piker is a cuck and that guy's fucking Hassan's wife? Give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the great and powerful Jeremy Hambly, and nobody's allowed to speculate or make jokes or anything like that. Outside of that, pretty much I'm pretty sure every single thing we've covered has come directly from Jeremy's mouth on a show. Like, it's just the truth.
Well, like, there's speculation and all that
and that's
stuff.
like, that's me being completely in good faith about the whole thing.
But we say what we think is speculation. Sure, we make some jokes and like whatever, but the truth is we were flagged and banned. Well, we were just removed off YouTube, and people are being flagged, and that's the crux of the hardest thing.
The controversy.
That's the main. And then it's the Adam and the bull.
And then there's all the, but then that goes to the motivation. And it goes to the motivation of why this happened.
Yes,
and
exactly.
It makes sense because he couldn't handle that he was being made fun of on the internet for things that everybody else would be made fun of. If Hassan Piker told a story about how he pooed his pants in Walmart, every single right-wing commentator would make fun of him, and rightfully so. But when Jeremy Hambly tells a story of pooping his pants in Walmart, we're all supposed to pretend that the emperor is wearing the most fabulous non-poop stained clothes, and we're just not going to do that in the same way that we're not going to pretend that men can become women, because you don't deserve to live in a special hug box where you can escape from reality. There are things that are true and there are things that are false.
Ash, it's 13 seconds. You have to watch this. It's 13. You have to watch this.
To be honest, isn't it funny that normally there wouldn't have been a stream tonight, and now all of a sudden, because I announced I'm doing a special stream tonight, there's a stream tonight. Is it
about us?
Phil, come on.
We're taking views away from him.
You're not actually the center of the universe, Phil. And Phil, come on, man. I could blow you out of the water right now on stuff, Phil, and I'm not going to do it. But come on, Phil. Like, get a fucking grip. It's not always about you, man. I know you think it's always about you, but right now it's not about you. And you desperately want to jump on our coattails and on this controversy in order to bring notoriety and money to yourself. It's not about you. You have nothing to do with this. Fuck off.
Tomorrow, I am incredibly busy. Ashton knows this. I swear we'd rather have our stream tomorrow so we could rest today. Because we were tired as fuck. We were super tired.
I don't know what to say. Like, Phil, like, figure it out, bro.
I'm exhausted. I have leadership camp tomorrow, Ash. That's my thing. I got leadership camp tomorrow, guys.
Like, a lot of this started even several months ago, or several months to a year ago, where
it was
people
in December.
were just making these outrageous claims that, like, oh, Jeremy makes Melonie Mac uncomfortable, and then at AmFest,
come on, Melonie,
like, look how
we
scared
all
she
saw
is,
it.
and she's
Melonie, we all saw it with our own eyes. We saw you mouth help to Hannah Claire. It is not acceptable for a married man to take a woman that was getting engaged that weekend out alone to the bar to drink. Like, it's just not. Like, it's just not how conservative politics is supposed to operate. Like, it's not following the Mike Pence rule. But even if it was above board, it wasn't. It wasn't. We could see your reaction. You didn't want to do it. And then when Hannah Claire volunteered to go, we saw Jeremy's reaction, and that was the most telling of all. He was so upset that Hannah Claire would be there, because then he couldn't perv on you and creep on you. And we know that you didn't want to be there because he was going to be drunk and he was going to make weird comments and be creepy. And that's okay. And I know why you're lying now. You're lying to save your job, because just the same way that the women that were abused by Harvey Weinstein on the casting couch didn't speak out against it because they wanted to keep their position of fame and money. And it's okay. I mean, it's not, but I understand why you're doing it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Mouthing to Hannah Claire, help me, because he asked her to watch a football game with him in the lobby in a public place with other people.
We pointed out that he was a creepy simp because he obviously was a creepy fucking simp, and you were uncomfortable with it because you were obviously uncomfortable with it, judging by your body language and you mouthing help to Hannah Claire Brimelow. And every single person who actually watches the clip comes to the exact same conclusion, Mel.
Yep, exactly,
so,
dude.
And this is the thing. You have a motivation to lie because you're getting paid, okay? Now, if years later, after you didn't get paid, you're still saying this, maybe I will believe you. But I think she'll be singing a different tune in a few years, or even in a few months. When Jer's really up the creek without a fucking paddle, she'll be one of the first people to probably put the knife in his back and say the truth then in order to save herself and her grift. 100%.
Create this crazy narrative back then, and completely ignoring the fact that, like, we were on stream before we even went to AmFest, and he mentioned watching the football game. And I said, "Oh, I want to watch it too. Like, I'll watch it with you. Let's find a place and get like some friends and we'll watch it because I love football."
No.
He had to rearrange dinner plans. Do you remember that?
That's a retcon. It was going to be them alone watching football, and then Hannah Claire invited herself to save Melonie Mac because Melonie gave her the look and said, "Help me." And then Jer was upset at that. He's, "Oh, well, I'm going to have to change my plan." And you could tell that his creepy simp plan to get Melonie drunk with booze and see where the night went was over. And he was pissed. It was obvious for anyone to see.
Ignored that I brought it up first. And because, like, okay, we're at AmFest, we have a booth, there's big crowds there, and we just started the stream. So
at this point, this story doesn't even matter.
No.
At this point,
it's way beyond that. But she's lying about that in order to say, "Oh, well, they lied about this,
and then
so we
therefore don't."
So therefore, everything said about Jeremy Hambley isn't true, even when there's video evidence, text message evidence, mountains of evidence towards all of this. I mean, like, it's things that he actually did on his live stream or said in videos. But we can't look at that now because you're disputing a narrative because you obviously have a bias to say that it didn't happen for money. Like, fuck off with you.
Yeah.
If I look, any type of nervousness was just from being at the first time at AmFest. Had nothing to do with Jeremy. Like, Jeremy, I've been friends with him for years and years. So it's just like, okay, like that's my bro. Like if anything, like I was more comfortable being able to do the event with him there. So it started out with a lot of stuff like that, just making up a bunch of crazy stuff. So I don't even know everything that they've said about him, and I don't care, because what I do know, what people have said about him regarding me is lies. So why am I gonna look into anything else that when they've already got a track record?
Why would you look into anything else? So she just openly covers up her eyes and doesn't look at anything else.
She knows.
Because she goes, oh, well, this thing wasn't true, guys. So all of the other things that there's 100% evidence of and isn't up to interpretation really at all, don't believe that, guys. And I won't look into it. None of you should look into it either. No. How about fuck you? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Record of lying.
And by the way, she knows. She knows everything.
Yes.
She knows everything. She watched the June doc, I bet you.
But you can tell, like, she's almost on the verge of tears.
Yeah,
like,
no, I swear, she is crying.
Yeah.
Like, barely, like right there, right there.
What do you, like, now that some time has passed, what would you say is the biggest, like, misconception or the biggest
Yeah.
So Chrissy asked, what's the biggest lie
that's out there that you think a lot of people believe?
Well, like I said, I haven't looked into it.
What about the flagging?
Yeah.
Like almost.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know even what the lies are to say that they're lies. What's the biggest lie? Well, I haven't actually looked into it. How can you say that they're lies then? How can you say that they're lies then when you can't even point to the specific biggest lie in the narrative? Like, it's insane.
That's a rapening, bro.
But what I do know is just the stuff involving me saying that, like, he makes me uncomfortable, and like I'm only on his show because like I need the money and all this stuff, which
is true.
It's obviously true. It's obviously true.
So it's just like, yeah, a
lot of these super chats are a lot of them saying the same thing.
Yeah, I figured that.
I wonder why.
Don't.
They're all saying the same thing. It must all be lies then.
Yeah.
Inside joke about oranges. I actually have no idea what that means.
I don't know what it means either. But
What
like,
Mel, come on. Mel, saying you don't know what the oranges are? Come on. There's just the DMs with Stuttering Craig alone destroy this, where Craig explains to her that Jeremy is stealing shorts and that it's wrong. You know about it. Craig told you directly about it. And there's just no excuse. And obviously by osmosis of being there in chat all these times when the oranges are flying and everybody's making fun of Jer for it, and all these content creators in your exact same anti-woke space are posting the orange meme on Twitter and in their YouTube chats and stuff like that, you know what it means. And I don't believe that Chrissy doesn't know what it means either, okay? I think this is all disingenuous, bad faith sweeping. It's obvious.
Yeah.
You have to give, and I think that's what Dragon Dan was doing too, was like giving you props for just like braving through this, because just having me on your show right now, you're gonna get flooded with these comments. So,
wait a minute. So you say that, right? Why didn't you give Chrissy a heads up, right? Why?
Yeah.
What? But this is the thing. Like, if you genuinely knew that going in, you know, why didn't you warn Chrissy that this would happen? I think they both just thought that they had total control of the narrative and they could shut this stuff down, or it wouldn't even happen. That it would have all blown over because Jeremy said it's all blown over at this point. Like, I think that's the level of arrogance that we're dealing with here.
These narratives, and they're rolling with it, and they
So just go back 5 seconds. She's about to cry. Well,
right
she
now,
is.
you're gonna get flooded with these comments. So
well, because that's her realizing that she's radioactive now, that she's toxic. She's not going to be on Friday Night Tights in the future.
No.
She's not going to be on these panel shows in the future because she decided that everybody wasn't worth what Jeremy is worth. She decided to burn bridges with everybody else in the community just to take the dirty poo stained money from cuckold Jer. So fuck you. You suffer, bish.
You know what? Someone just DM or messaged me that we should just say that we are streaming over DSP to Feltham, just so he crashes out for content.
He's gonna crash out anyway.
Here's your clip.
You know what?
We are
Phil,
streaming over
of
Phil.
course we are streaming over
Why
you, Phil,
wouldn't
to
we?
cuck you. You don't deserve to have views, Phil. You don't deserve to have money, Phil. Nobody gives a single fuck what your take about
Someone
quartering
clip
is,
this,
buddy.
Send it to him. Clip this, send it
Suffer,
to him.
Phil.
We did this
Suffer,
because
bitch.
you can't watch the quartering doc on our...
You're not allowed to watch the quartering documentary unless you ask my permission, Phil.
And scene.
Okay, there you go, Phil.
Oh. They've just created these narratives and they're rolling with it, and they want it's just like these leftist cancel campaigns. They want absolute control.
You hear this? It's a leftist cancel campaign. Are you fucking kidding me? And Chrissy will echo this sentiment later during the super chats that it's only leftists and woke people that are upset at Melonie and Jer. And it must be that they're just such righteous Christians that they're getting attacked. It's crazy.
And so then they want to, they want me to disavow Jeremy and not be his friend anymore. And
well, no,
so they're gonna
you know what? You can avow Jeremy and you can be his friend. But when you're friends with a person like that, there's going to be consequences of that. Right? When you support that person, when you enable them, when you give them aid, when you give them support, then people are going to criticize you and make fun of you. And that's all that's happening. It's just been words. Okay. It's really not that serious. And you tell leftists they have to be okay with you calling gay people fags. But if somebody calls you a whore or a grifter or a liar or a paid fucking shill, then that's wrong and it's bullying. Fuck off.
Dogpiling and keep bullying and
The
until they try to
dogpiling, the
attempt to do
bullying.
that. And so that's why just me being on here, they might dogpile you and bully you a little bit.
Okay, she's gonna cry. This is like we're on cry watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Won't somebody call the wambulance? Poor little victim, Melonie Mac. She didn't go out there and antagonize people for years and was a total demagogue stirring up shit in the culture war for you. No, she's a poor little innocent woman. She didn't just make a video, by the way, calling the entire content creator space snakes and basically saying that Craig is a snake and Yellow Flash is a snake and all this stuff. But so cowardly that she wouldn't even name names because she was afraid of blowback. The blowback was coming anyway. And then she makes a tone-deaf video about how everybody's getting demonetized on YouTube. Meanwhile, a lot of people blame her boss for this phenomenon. It's one of the most tone-deaf videos you could ever imagine, okay? She wonders why she's getting heat.
I always found it funny where she's like, these people are snakes. Why don't you like warn people who the snakes are? It's like when Jer's like, people are DMing me and it's like I've exposed these conservative grifters, but you won't say who exactly is stealing money.
So wait. So then how can any of us know who to be worried about?
Exactly.
You know, so other people are going to get snaked then because you're not going to name the snakes because you're scared that you're going to get pushed back, right? Like it's really crazy. But I'll just go back to again before we unpause the idea that Little Miss Efsler is worried about bullying now is crazy.
Yo, you're right. That's actually crazy. To fucking, like, you bully gay people, which go ahead. I don't give a fuck what you do, honestly. But then people are saying, what are the oranges for? And you're melting down and defending deplatforming? Go fuck yourself, dude.
Hopefully not, because, like, you're not... Yeah, I don't want to get you involved in all this craziness, because I've just been ignoring... I've been ignoring it. But yeah, they are, for some reason... People are just like, they're just in dogpile mode right now, and they are
for no reason whatsoever. You can't possibly think of why, right? Come on, how bad faith! What an awful lie! What are we doing here?
You know what's so funny? If Jer hadn't had us removed off of YouTube, the Adam Sellers thing would have been moved on. We'd be on the next chapter. No one will be dogpiling. No one will be like spamming their chat. It's the main reason is the flagging.
It may have been that we started focusing more on other people. Like, I don't know. Like, nothing really else actually came out about Adam Sellers other than Jer saying he invited him over for darts or whatever.
Yeah.
So that narrative probably would have ran out of steam after a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Tops.
We'd be on like making fun of his card openings again.
You know what I mean? The card openings, or he talked about his poo to Hannah Claire. Like,
he mispronounced the word.
He made this situation so bad. But he goes to Josh Moon like a mafia don. So I have a right to take their channels. I have a right to take all that they have and leave them with nothing. You agree, Josh, right? Let them know. Unless they take down the videos about me, I'll take their YouTube, and then I'll take their Kick, and then I'll take everything they have. It didn't have to be this way. Really? Like, no one else acts like that.
I know this will be leaked. It's like, imagine knowing it will be leaked and admitting to like trying to remove people off of YouTube. It's crazy.
The thing is, when he did this, he made the bull stuff look true. Like, even I was like, oh, maybe it's a bit of a stretch. It's funny to say this, right?
Yeah.
Like, to speculate that this is the case. But then the moment that we say that stuff, then our channel goes and we're being threatened and black. It's like, so there is something to this, right? Because everything else you didn't have a problem with. Or, I mean, you cried about it, but you didn't go to this extent. It makes it seem like it's actually true. Like, it's such a bad idea.
It's crazy, dude. Isn't this crazy?
That's what it's about.
It's that orange is a cool color.
Orange. It is already kind of orange. Actually.
I've had orange hair before. It was fun. It was
help.
Maybe I'll do that again one day.
Oh my God, help.
I don't know. I wish I could tell you, Dan.
And I think too, with just being online and having backlash all the time, I think that might do something to our psyche, because like anytime I go out, even like at church, and I'm meeting people at church and friends, and it's like, oh, okay. And then I'm thinking, oh, would she hate me if she saw my social media? Would she like, and I just
a guilty conscience, isn't it? So Melonie Mac knows that the content that she makes is wrong and is worried that other people won't like her because of what she does, right? That's not a guilty conscience at all. If you really believe that you were righteous, right? Wouldn't you live to contest your views in the public sphere and say, actually, no, fuck you. What I'm doing is righteous. I'm spreading the word of God. Have you not heard the good news of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, that whosoever believes in him shall be saved? You know, no, that's not it. You know, she's got a guilty conscience about what she does because she knows what she does is wrong. I think it's a very telling statement.
I show people our clips in public. I showed our waiter at the keg last week a clip of us making fun of Jeremy.
These thoughts.
I'm that proud of our show.
Going through my head because
I showed everyone the lazy shells video.
So used to getting so much hate online that I just assumed that, oh well, if they actually get to know me, they're gonna hate me.
Farmer John Brown.
Did you hear that?
Thank you, Farmer John Brown.
Did you hear that?
She
said that once people get to know her, they will hate her. That's what she believes.
Well, it is true.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
It is true.
Stand with you, girl. I don't care if Johnny is into dudes. It's clear you got a type girl. And
no!
Stand proud to stand with LGBT. Sorry, but
bunch of people memeing. That's what it always is. It's just like, okay, that's the thing to do if you want to hate on a woman, is tell her. I
honestly have never heard this except with Melonie Mac. But apparently every woman online has to deal with the criticism that their husband is gay. No, I think it's because Johnny acts in a pretty gay and a feminine way, and he's a professional cosplayer, and he said a lot of suspect things on Twitter is why people might think that he's gay. And it's also funny to say that he's fucking gay. But he does it, oh my God, my religion is under attack.
Because if they were hating on me when I was single for a long time, and then now that I'm married, it's just, oh, your husband's gay, your husband's gay. Or they'll just be like, oh, your ex-husband left you for a man, which didn't happen.
Listen to this.
To my knowledge, my ex-husband.
What do you mean, to your knowledge? What do you mean? What do you mean? She says, my husband didn't leave me for a man. To my knowledge, that's a very lawyerly way of putting it. That's a very weaselly way of putting it. It makes it sound like your husband did leave you for a man. Now, I don't think he actually did, to be honest. That was a rumor for a long time. But the way that she phrased that made me think, is it true? Did your husband leave you for a man? Because it's a villain origin story that's very compelling. It makes a lot of sense as to how she ended up the way that she did, hating gay people as much as she does, where it's just like a constant fixation and obsession. And it's like, there's a lot of sin out there to call out in the world. You know what I mean? Like your boss being an alcoholic, pill popping, compulsive lying, scamming piece of shit. And his gluttony. Like there's a lot of sins out there. We're all sinners. What's up with the obsession with gay people? It makes sense if her husband did leave her for a man and she was salty about it and seething about it for the last half decade. It would make sense. I don't actually think that happened, but why would you say that? To my knowledge.
To my knowledge, he's not sucking dick right now.
Think what it is she's just so petty that she does want people to think that her ex-husband is gay, even if it's to her own detriment.
Oh, shit. It's
a very like she had to like dunk on the ex-husband. It's like it's been years, and you're newly married. Like she's that petty as such a grievance.
Buddy, we read the tweets for her new husband. If you weren't watching that episode of ours, her new husband's talking about like men like looking hot and like their dicks looking nice, and it's like we're like reading them like, what the fuck?
Let's run through.
And he was jealous of his like friend who's the girl's boyfriend. Remember? He was like, remember? He was like, oh, that guy's like, oh, hot. Like, what?
Gonna run through these, and if they're horrible, we'll just ignore them. Dan Halen, Melonie.
What do you mean if they're horrible, we'll just ignore them? So that's how much Chrissie Mayr respects your donations, is apparently if they're mean to Melonie, we're going to sweep it up and ignore it and not read it on the air. Like, what a strange thing to say. What a strange thing to say. These super chats are brutal, though. Look at Mel. She already knows, like, the public flogging is about to begin. But don't worry, Mel, because Chrissie Mayr has her trusty golden broomstick to guide you through all of this so you don't have to answer it for anything. Watch this. It gets crazy.
By the way, I like this chat here. Melonie, I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. They're bodying you in the chat, and you absolutely deserve it.
Absolutely.
You absolutely deserve it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Ice Mexican.
I haven't even been reading it, so that's fine.
What a cope.
Ice Mexican. Hi, Chrissy. What are the oranges for? I still don't know. Also, would you date a guy who does furry cosplay, or is that weird and gay? I wouldn't date
Johnny Junkers does furry cosplay. It's weird. It's gay. But Chrissy is gonna sweep it up. Clean it up, Jan. Clean up on aisle 8. Chrissie Mayr to aisle 8. Clean it up.
Water here. Sorry, 1 second. There we go.
We got Canadian Coxito for 5 subs. And insert fake name here. It says, I believe Jer set this in motion, not over the bull, but over turning over his finances. It could very well be. The real question is, if he is so rich and so powerful and so successful, why wouldn't he just show it and prove to the world? The reason he won't is because then that goes against his crying poor narrative, and then he can't say next month when he's a fundraiser for magic cards or his next luxurious Rolex watch or whatever, right? That I'm under attack and my employees are going to have to be fired. That's why he won't show us the truth about his finances, because either way it hurts him. Either he actually is in debt and broke and has been lying about his wealth, or he actually is supremely wealthy and worth tens of millions of dollars and it was all true. And then he was lying when he was begging poor and firing staff and threatening jobs. That's why he won't do it.
I think he's got $300K left. That's my theory. I believe he has $300,000 left.
I think he's paycheck to paycheck, if you want to know the truth about it. I don't think he has any liquidity at all. Like, he went into that home equity line of credit.
Oh,
like,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
if he had 6 figures in liquid cash, he would just have used the cash rather than sign up at that high interest rate and put his home on the line.
And the Pandaros, or what's it
Tech
called?
Mel-
The Shonies.
Shonies?
The Shonies.
Oh, here we go. Kino Tech USA. He's here.
I wouldn't date anyone because I'm married, but thank you.
What a
Kino
cult.
Tech
Do you
Mel-
see how disingenuous? No, but did you see how disingenuous that sweep was? So she didn't want to condemn being a gay furry cosplayer. So she goes, well, I wouldn't date anyone because I'm married. Well, that's not really the question. It's not really the question, is it, Chrissy? Get on your knees. Clean it up, Jan.
Yep.
Preaches the words of Christ whilst supporting a perpetually drunk sex pest flagger like Jeremy. Is it beyond hypocritical?
There it is.
She no shame?
And you'll also notice
I don't know if
that whenever the cope sip, the cope sip.
Bro.
Oh no, you can
Categorize
see
him
the
that way.
pain in her eyes.
Oh,
Oh, she's suffering.
I don't know.
Yes!
I don't know if I would categorize him that way. So this is
By the way,
probably
I
sort
just
of a
want to
loaded
point out
question.
whenever, okay, there is a lot of sweeping there to unpack, but you'll notice whenever it's a negative super chat, Chrissy lowers her voice, starts mispronouncing words, tripping over her words, like tries to be non-audible as she reads it, or just stops reading it midway through. Like, but when it's a positive super chat, she gets really loud and excited to read it out. It's just interesting how that is, right? But what did she say here? She doesn't think Jeremy is like that, and it's a loaded question. Like, how about let Mel answer the fucking questions, Chrissy? The question was addressed to Mel, but you answered it for her because you know that Mel isn't intellectually equipped to stand on her own 2 feet and actually answer any questions. So you have to come in with your broomstick.
Yeah, maybe believing a bunch of random rumors on the internet isn't.
How
rumors?
is flagging a rumor? How is flagging a rumor?
The DMs to Josh Moon are true.
But
Jeremy
how
doesn't
about
even contest
his history, his Gmail. Thank you for reporting. Remember that? Was that fake? Did we hallucinate that? By the way, the reason Jared didn't go on Flashcast on last Friday, was because Flash goes, if you come here, you bring that fucking email. You bring that email, and he couldn't bring the email.
Yeah,
unless
because it would prove that he did report people.
Yeah, even if it wasn't us.
It's an email from YouTube in his search history that says thanks for the report
with his email MTQ or MT whatever.
It existed just a week ago, but now magically it doesn't exist. Come on. And Yellow Flash got together all of the receipts, had all of the clips, and was going to play them to Jeremy, and he was going to have to address them. So he could no longer play ignorant or stupid. So he ran, and he's refusing to address any of this. So when you go out of your hug box, Mel, onto somebody else's show where we might actually be able to get some answers or accountability, don't be surprised when you face tough questions. I don't know what to say.
Yep.
That's what they want to do. This is what the dog piling cancel pigs do. They want
the dog piling cancel pigs.
You dumb bitch.
When this guy not only took our YouTube channel, but said he would take our entire livelihoods away and leave us with nothing. Is that not the definition of a cancel pig? And then just coincidentally, all of his critics are getting videos struck down, getting demonetized. Fuck off.
Cancel pigs.
And Chrissie Mayr doesn't question it at all. Chrissie Mayr's absolutely, they're cancel pigs. You're so right, Mel.
Cancel pigs? We're not the ones fucking flagging you, you stupid bitch.
To destroy people. So,
like your boss.
Not gonna work here.
Blankman, how is LGBT husband? Big up people. This chat is Christian Bull free chat. I don't know.
Chris, I don't know what that means. Sure, Chrissy, sure.
JCD, does Jesus Christ support deplatforming?
Chrissy would jump in. The question is addressed to Melonie. But Chrissy has to come in and be like, no, let me sweep this up for you, Mel. Go ahead, Chrissy, tell us about how Jesus is in favor of deplatforming.
At this point, you may as well just not read the super chats and end your show.
But have either of these people have heard, like, in all seriousness, by the way, have they ever heard the phrase, speak where the scriptures speak and be silent where they're silent? Like, Jesus didn't talk about YouTube and who should be banned and not banned from YouTube. So you probably shouldn't say that Jesus is in favor of deplatforming since he never said that. But yeah, go ahead and put words in the mouth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. The book of Revelation says what will happen to people who add or take away from the book. Their name will be taken away from the book of life, Chrissie Mayr. Fuck you.
But Ash, like, if they just ended the stream and not read the super chats, like, why read these at this point?
Well,
was Ralph
you know what
right?
I mean? Like, it's just
Remember
like
when
a
Ralph
brutal
snapped on
humiliation
Chrissie?
ritual.
Remember when Ralph snapped at Chrissie? Because he sat there as she read every fucking super chat that talked about fucking pantsuit and shit.
I guess Jesus Christ would support deplatforming people who did not.
Stop. No way. No way. No way.
So-
no way. No way. No
So,
way.
you know, it's
No
the common
way.
thing. WWJD, what would Jesus do? And Chrissie and Mel are telling us that Jesus would deplatform everybody who doesn't follow the Bible 100%. Like, what are we talking about here? In all seriousness,
Yeah,
this is
because Jer's the Bible. Yeah.
But how dare you speak?
Jer's the
How
Bible.
dare you speak for Jesus Christ? Well, they're choosing Jeremy Hambley over Jesus. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And on the day of judgment, when you're called before the bar on high and Jesus plays this to you, you will tremble on your knees apologizing to Christ for lying on the name of your Lord that died for your sins on the cross at Calvary. Fuck you.
Adhere to the Bible. You know, I
People
don't know.
who
What would
sacrifice
Jesus do?
children. Yeah,
True.
I'm sure he would deplatform people who.
What?
Is he that?
So now Mal is accusing us and Yellow Flash and Camelot of sacrificing children? What the fuck? Do you dumb bitches actually believe this shit?
Oh my
Like,
God.
but then they all talk about, oh, everybody's lying about us. They're lying about us. This shit pissed me off to the next fucking level because even though I don't really live that Christian lifestyle
Yeah.
anymore,
Yeah.
I still have a lot of respect for the scriptures and the way that I was raised. And I have fear of a living and wrathful God. And I
Mhm.
wouldn't talk like that about him.
Bro,
That's crazy.
this is crazy.
Sacrifice children to Moloch or something.
Dan
Moloch. Didn't you work with Styx Hexenhammer? Who's like had a demon, an owl demon god who did blood rituals, and you were defending him
and you
said pray
sweat for him?
and you said pray for
Yeah.
him. So she go pray for Styx, the devil worshiping fucking drunk, but when we criticized him, we were pieces of shit. Okay, fuck you.
Halen Gack doesn't claim the scripting.
Oh,
correct.
God.
By the way, it's not even like it's he said shit. We are so right that it's unbelievable. We have too much righteousness right now.
It's against cancel culture. Well, a
It's
lot
too
of people
much.
there love me, so.
It's like when you win too hard, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Gack. Diana Peter is Mel under a non-disparagement deal with Jeremy.
Yep,
I've not signed
allegedly.
contracts whatsoever with.
I don't believe her. There has to be some sort of an employment contract because
No.
Hannah
He
Claire
PayPals
Brumlow,
her.
though, I don't know, because he had to give Hannah Claire maternity leave for 9 months and he didn't want to do that, but he had to do that. So I feel like there's some sort of employment contract that these people have to sign. I don't know. She's just flat out denying it, but I don't know why he would pay Hannah Claire for 9 months not to work if he didn't have to. I don't know.
Kino Tech. Her hypocrisy on this topic is stunning. You have to be more specific than that, Kino.
Yeah, I don't.
Head Slacker. I can't believe you're letting Mel get away with this. Sweeping Chrissy, losing respect. You know, you people also said that I was sweeping for Nick Rekieta when I did not. You're
You
not
were.
allowed to be friends with people that the internet doesn't want you to be friends with, Melanie.
No,
Apparently.
that's not what anyone's
Increase
saying.
everything.
It's such a straw man argument. It's crazy.
I can't.
You're okay with Jur being a drunk. Mel, I thought you were a Christian.
I'm not monitoring. I'm not babysitting my friends on how much alcohol they have. You know, I'm not.
Oh,
hey,
Whoa. But you could preach about
but
drunks.
she preaches repentance to those that are homosexuals, sexual deviants.
No, she bashed drunks on one of her videos 2 weeks ago.
She did.
Yes.
She did. Actually, we're going to play that clip at the conclusion of this segment. But she went after alcoholics and said that they needed to repent.
No, she said
she went
never
after fat
spend
people.
time with those who indulge in alcohol.
You know what? Should we just pull the clip now? Do you want to open the separate folder? So we're at 13 minutes and 2 seconds here, and go into the Melonie Mac folder.
Last one,
and it's the first one up at the top.
Yep. Watch this. This is from 2 weeks ago. Her hair is different, but it's from 2 weeks
Right,
ago.
there are people who are alcoholics, for example, that struggle with that. And hey, turn to Jesus, and Christ can help deliver you from that. That temptation's still going to be there, but they can overcome it. And so it's the same thing when it comes to these daily lifestyles and stuff. This is an unhealthy desire. It's not a healthy desire. It's not a healthy desire. So rather than celebrate it, just like we shouldn't be celebrating alcoholism, we shouldn't be celebrating doing drugs, we shouldn't be celebrating thievery, we shouldn't be celebrating.
By the way, he does drugs
being fat,
as well.
which
He takes
that's another topic.
Xanax, and he's also super fat.
But Ash, there was even another clip. Maybe the same
where
one.
she says not to associate with alcoholics. I believe you. I believe you that clip is out there. We're gonna have to do a real deep dive into Melonie Mac and all of the things that she said and that she's done, because she's as much a part of this as Jeremy Hambley at this point, because she's decided to tie her.
Welcome to the casino. Welcome to the casino.
Welcome to the casino, Mel. And we laid off you for months and months because honestly, I kind of felt bad for you. And I believe that you're incredibly dim-witted and dumb, and you're a dullard. And it's like, it's not really sporting, I felt like, to fucking dunk on you. But when you're in support of our livelihoods being taken away and you think that you can just laugh all of this off and sweep it up, it's like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you.
Whole other video about that. Same things like those. These are all unhealthy things.
Right. By the way, when Quartering promised his audience that he was going to quit drinking, and he said it to your face, Hannah and Mel, he said it to both of you, right? And then he's caught on live stream, not even a week later, with a bottle of Fireball in his hand, drunk out of his mind. Is he not a liar and a piece of shit and a drunkard and an addict that needs help and needs to repent? But we sweep for his sins and say that it's okay because he's weak. But then when it's a homosexual person that's struggling with their desires, maybe they were molested as a child and they're suffering with that trauma and those impulses, then we have no mercy for them and they need to be called a faggot, et cetera, et cetera. Like, it's just, this isn't being applied equally. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's like Mel is an actual hypocrite piece of shit who shields her friends and actually only uses Christianity as a stick to beat on other people to grift off of.
Okay, read that first. Do not say who it was from, and also change the way it's written, but read that. That's from the person I said. That actually makes sense.
This didn't come from me, but I bet that Jer keeps going live because that 900K in his Rumble account is either on the drip feed or to be paid upon completion of contract. If he doesn't go live, he forfeits it. That's me speculating, but I think he's chained to this ship and doesn't have a choice but to keep being humiliated. Think about it. He's got a massive mortgage and overheads, and this is the only thing paying bills. By the way, it's my understanding that when you have a Rumble contract, they take all of your earnings from Rumble and YouTube, and you just get the flat Rumble payment.
Yo,
that's strange.
If he's going live to like have the commitment to get that money drip fed in, that would actually make sense.
It didn't make any sense as to why there's $900,000 sitting in the payout.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make sense. It may be that he has to go through the full term of commitment in order to get the funds released, and he has to fulfill the obligations. But I don't know if he would agree to that deal at all, because like for $20,000 a month, would you then put your YouTube earnings in that? Like, I don't know. I'm skeptical about that, but the person that has sent this is a very trustworthy person.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You know what? We're all speculating here. I mean, things are wild here. We're all having some fun speculating here. Okay, we're back to Jared's Thursday rape. Was it Jared's Thursday rape or was it sorry?
Oh, it was the Chrissie folder.
Chrissie folder. Okay, all right. And then we're back.
And number 1.
I'm blind. Oh, 13. I'll put it on 13. There we go. All right. Very interesting. Very gets the noggin jogging.
Chrissy, I need you to send me a DM with how much you're drinking tonight, and I need to know. I need a report on how much alcohol you've had.
My sponsor.
Well, holy fuck,
you can still be friends with
But it's obvious. It's obvious that he is drunk. So this is the thing, right? Yeah, you don't police like a grown adult's behavior when it comes to drinking, I guess. But when this person's drinking is affecting your livelihood and causing you all of these problems because he gets drunk out of his mind on a daily basis and then spirals on Twitter doing all sorts of crazy shit and then deletes it the next day and then pretends nothing happened, suddenly it does become your problem and you should actually try and intervene in order to save yourself from this disaster. Like, that's just my opinion, but
okay. Yeah. So we can't judge people who've been drinking, but I'm going to try to get a law passed to make women in games not be able to be dressed sexy.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And pornography should be banned. I mean, she should really be in favor of alcohol being banned if she's so stringent and strict. Like, this is the thing is once you turn it over to these moralizers and give them the authority in society to pass whatever they want, all sorts of barriers start being thrown up in all sorts of places that you never even expected. And it's just not what most people want. Most people don't want to be ruled by the church. Like, there's a reason there's a separation of church and state. You know what I mean? But whatever.
Jeremy Mel and tell him that he's being an asshole. That's what good friends do. But again, I would say to you, Jen Cook, you have no idea of anybody's private conversations, private.
But it's public and people were publicly banned.
Feelings. Isn't the whole point that your boss started flagging channels for criticism?
Well, and that's the real question. Like, that's the thing about being ruled by the church. Which church? And Mel can't answer that. And so, like, I'm open to, as somebody from a Christian background who does take it seriously, I'm open to having a merge of church and state. But, you know, I'd want it to be my church. And that's the problem. Everybody will want it to be their church and their interpretation. And, you know, chances are it's going to end up being the Catholic Church. And, well, half of Christians aren't fucking Catholic. So, you know, you're going to run into a problem. And that's why we had stuff like the 30 Years' War and, you know, all sorts of awful religious wars throughout history and time. But that's besides the point. Let's continue here.
I mean, the whole point is people are making crazy accusations. Like, that's the whole point. And they don't care about the truth. It's just like, oh my goodness, so-and-so just got...
What are you talking...
This person got demonetized. This person's channel down. Oh,
fuck you, bitch. What the fuck you mean the truth? The fucking DMs are there, you fucking bitch.
the Jeremy's demonetizing all these channels. Like, he has that kind of power. It's...
Okay.
But he said that he had that power.
But my channel had no strikes. I had no strikes. And then he celebrated
it. Doesn't even matter. He told Josh Moon he had the power to call his YouTube rep and have our channel deleted. He said he had this power. That's what he said. We're taking his word for it because what he prophesied did come true. And then coincidentally, all of his enemies are also getting strikes and demonetized afterwards. So whether it's him directly doing it after the fact or whether he inspired people through his claims to do that on his behalf, he's undoubtedly responsible for the climate that we're dealing with right now.
I don't even think that most of these people believe it. I think that they're just looking.
Oh, man.
Mel, you're fucked.
Oh, man.
Mel, it's over for you, honestly. They don't believe.
Gaslighting is
the channel's
insane.
gone. Ash, try to go on the fucking channel. It's gone.
Looking for a dogpiling scenario.
Yes,
I don't think
we are dogpiling for a good reason because Jeremy deserves to be homeless.
most people actually believe that Jeremy has the power to nuke channels.
Has he explained why he flagged channels? Like at any point in any stream?
By the way,
Well, he's
I just
telling
want to, like, like define dogpile, because by the way, like the way that you're actually supposed to resolve disputes within the Christian church is that you go to the brother directly with 2 witnesses. Is that a dog pile? When you go to the brother directly with 2 witnesses and you rebuke him for his behavior and you have that confrontation, like, is that dog piling? Because what we're doing is we're making public accusations against Jeremy Hambley and publicly demanding that he be rebuked. Like, this isn't we're whispering in the shadows to so-and-so, hey, Jeremy's a bad guy, this, and this, and you shouldn't. We're publicly stating that he needs to repent. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. Like, he's not actually my Christian brother. Like, we're not actually attending church. It's not going to be handled like it says to be handled in the epistles, Mel. Like, shut the fuck up.
And the reason everyone is making such a big deal about this is because if we don't, this dies, and in 6 months, the cycle happens all over again. Look at June the King's documentary. Half the documentary, it repeats the same thing. Finally, here it ends. Our voices will be heard. We're not going to be silent about this.
People, like, when he's talking about it, he's tried to tell people, hey, I'm not flagging people, and they're just like, yes, you are. Yes, you did this. And look, you go now. My channel's down, and you flagged it. This so. It's just a lot of people.
I love when she does the voice, the silly voice. Like, it's such a crazy belief to believe that somebody who said he would take down your channel and then your channel gets taken down may have taken down your channel.
Yeah.
You know, like, just say that you're in favor of taking us down because you were being bullied on the internet, because that's actually your position, and just try and defend it. But you know that that's optically a disaster, so you have to play ignorant and rely on the ignorance of others to win. And it's wrong.
So funny.
They stubbed their toe and Jeremy did it, apparently.
Exactly. Exactly, Purpers. So now she knows exactly why people are mad, and it wasn't about video games. Do you see how slimy and slippery this whole thing is? First, they rely on the ignorance of their opponent. You know, that's what they do. And then they engage in a very dishonest fashion, straw manning the opponent's argument. It's very slimy and slippery. She didn't know, but now she knows why people are upset. But it's all just nonsense, and there's nothing behind it.
Florida Breeze Mel is trash. You're trash, Melonie.
I am trash.
Finish that dono.
Trash, yes. Thank you.
Finish that dono.
It's trash. You're
Finish that dono, Chrissy.
trash, Melonie.
I am trash.
Wait until she mispronounces your name like she doesn't even know who you are.
She follows me. I unfollowed her today because fuck her, obviously.
Why does Mel support the Kino Casino channel getting banned or Jeremy stealing content for his shorts videos?
You notice how quiet she gets there? Because that's what the oranges is about. They're stealing content for shorts videos.
Stealing content part. I really don't watch like that much of Jeremy's stuff, to be totally honest. And I'm not.
No one blames you.
No, it's just she never knows. She doesn't know anything. Oh, what? I'm not aware of that. What?
Not super familiar with the channel ban. Again, I'm like really. I feel like
it's just a bunch of people just saying a bunch of crap and making up a bunch of stuff.
It's all bullshit. Yeah, the channel wasn't banned, right?
Because they don't care about the truth.
No, you don't care about the truth. You're reckless with the truth to the point where you say that Jesus Christ would support deplatforming. That's being reckless with the truth to the point that you put your eternal soul at risk for blaspheming against our Lord. Shut up.
They're gonna make up another lie when you correct their existing lie.
Okay, well, I'm gonna blow through. There's so many guys, and a lot of you guys are saying exactly the same thing. So maybe be a little more like mix it up. Okay,
no.
Well, when everybody's saying the truth, do they then need to change what the truth is?
They're lying. No, we were not lying.
By the way,
end.
They can't name a lie, right? The closest thing you can do is say, well, they said that the bull, right? Because we don't have actual proof of that. but anybody else that was caught in that circumstance would have to eat shit for it and be made fun of. But old King Hambly thinks that he's above being mocked. And it's like, brother, all you had to do was just be like, no, it's actually not true. And, these guys are jokers. They're trolls. You guys know that. And my wife's not actually getting fucked by him. I disavow his lifestyle. I didn't know, and he won't be a part of my life going forward. That's really all you had to do. You didn't have to take down our channel, But then, after learning beyond any shadow of a doubt what his lifestyle was, you then invited him over for darts again to your house with your wife. Mm-hmm. And then we're supposed to be like, oh, we don't see that.
After
we see nothing.
DM,
we hear nothing.
The DM where you're like, I didn't know my friend was a degenerate loser like that. Anyway, hey, Adam, want to come over for darts?
It's Mexican Chrissie Mayr on our side. Boys, base Jannies have no power here. Okay, don't know what half that means, but thank you. Clint,
I'm glad you're getting super chats.
You don't know what Janny means? Chrissie, how long have you been on the internet? Like, you're going to pretend you don't know what any of that means. You don't know what's going on. It's so disingenuous. It strains credulity. You can't believe it.
How do you feel? Oh, this is great.
This is great. Like, we'll laugh at it.
Yeah,
so great.
I'm sure they're having a great time.
It's just over by Monday.
Mel just looks like she's on the verge of tears throughout most of this. But yeah, she's having a great time. There's so much money. And by the way, it's like maybe a couple $100. Like, woohoo!
No,
completely embarrassing yourself and destroying your reputation.
It'll be over by Monday, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
Laugh at the comments, but I love it.
I love it too. Thank you guys. Trying to be a good guest. Dead Reckoning, Ren Warski, and PPP through.
Like the way she read that, like I she's intentionally mispronouncing your name as though she doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, we fucking mean her.
Warski.
May we just see this for 1 second? Look at his face here today. He's done streaming, but watch this. Ugh. This, buddy. I picked a random spot. I swear to God, I didn't check. I didn't watch this.
Here.
Picked a random spot.
Everyone craps on Adam. But he's dealing with the Fed's failure to limit.
He looks bad right now. He's melting down. I know we're never gonna get the fucking channels back. We gotta
she's looking at this like she's never seen this before. Yeah. Like she has no idea that any of this happened when it's been almost a month since it happened, and everybody that she associates with on a weekly basis has talked about it, but she has no clue that any of this happened. Look at the face that she's pulling here.
He got taken down. You can't deny that.
You see how quiet she got?
I just have no idea about any of this, but thank you, Dead Reckoning.
She just explained it. He just explained what happened.
Threatened Warski and PPP.
Now look at how happy Mel is because Chrissie swept it up for her. Ha ha! I got away with it. Ha ha ha!
Apparently, Chrissie Mayr had a meltdown today.
Well, she ended her show early as well.
Yeah. She tried apologizing, and everyone's like, no.
No one's buying
this.
She's
probably watching right now. Hey, Chris, if you're watching like that, like you sweeping us being banned and allowing this bitch to lie.
I just think, like, listen, if you really didn't know, wouldn't you demand answers? Melonie, what the fuck do they mean by this? Josh Moon received DMs where Jeremy was threatening Warski and PPP. Is this true?
Yeah.
And like, is it Mel? And Mel goes, no. Okay, where is this coming from? Thin air? Yeah. Okay, I'm actually gonna look it up right now, actually. Oh, wait, here's the DMs right here. Wouldn't you go, hey, can somebody DM me these screenshots? I want to know what the truth is. Will somebody DM me what's going on here? And then show them to Mel and ask her, do you agree with this? Do you think this is how business should be conducted on the internet with Mafia Don extortion tactics in private? Like, but no, it's you quietly mumble the super chat and go, I don't know anything about that. And then pretend like you weren't an active sweeper, an active janitor. Fuck you. This wasn't a good faith hearing. You weren't interested in the truth. You were interested in covering for your sponsor, Coffee Brand Coffee. That's what you were interested in doing.
Sorry, Chrissy, you're a day late and a quarter short. Thank you, Waffle Blue, for that.
True or false? I don't know. I'm confused. Tim Cameron, Adam
You're
Sellers
confused?
wants to know how was your weekend.
Yo, that's funny.
It's great.
How was your
It's great.
weekend?
Okay. Is that somebody from G4?
Or that was Adam Sessler.
I think Chrissy knew when she was making a joke there. You know, she actually made me laugh there because she knows this whole situation. I'm not buying into your ignorance excuse, because if somebody was ignorant and then thousands of people come in all saying the same thing, wouldn't there be some degree of curiosity? Hey, can somebody send me a screenshot or a video that explains this? Hey, Mel, can you explain this? You're not interested in getting to the truth. You're interested in covering this up. Say, oh, it's already been addressed. It's no big deal. Yeah, we had Melonie on and we talked about it, and yeah, it was no big deal. There was nothing to this. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's got to be Kane for a rage quit thing. Didn't Red Bar tell a story about Chrissie Mayr stealing all the presents from a charity Christmas party that were meant for...
You know what?
No.
Somebody...
Yeah, good.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Well, I'll say no. What happened was she was at a restaurant during Christmas and someone had bags of presents at their table and they forgot them. They walked away and Chrissy took those presents during Christmas, took someone's shopping instead of being like, oh,
Christmas
presents? Yeah. Red Bar has a whole, it's on YouTube. But Red Bar has the whole thing.
It really testifies to her character. But somebody said something I just realized. She's auditioning. She's auditioning to be the next co-host of Quartercast. That's what this is. This is Chrissie Mayr's audition tape. Jeremy, watch. I can control this. I can sweep this up, Jeremy. I'll be a good janitor. I'll do anything you say. Just cut me $100,000 a year check. I hear there's issues with Hannah Claire. And maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's why Hannah Claire returned to work today, because Jeremy said, Hannah, I have Chrissie Mayr. She's going to come and replace you unless you show up to work today. Could be. That Chrissy already has a business relationship with Jeremy. So I wouldn't be surprised. Bonus says Jeremy is a cuck. It's over. Love from Cali. Love y'all. Evac for 1,000 kicks. Mel's gonna look like the crazy mom from Requiem for a Dream in a few years. No doubt. Oh. No doubt.
You know, chat. So someone in chat just said, this is so true. He goes, that's why we were popping off in your chat last night, bro. Remember me? You were like, we'll watch it later.
Well, in my mind, it's like, nothing eventful could possibly be happening on Chrissie Mayr's show. In my mind, I'm like, that's total non-tent, boring slop. Like,
meanwhile, it's the biggest sweep of the century while we're sitting
there. No, it is the sweep of the century. Like, even Gator wasn't so shameless. Like, Gator would at least engage with what was actually going on and be like, well, Ralph's actually based for doing this, you know? Like, it's just like, this is crazy. They just pretend like they don't know what's going on, and then nobody knows what's going on, and then therefore it's over.
Poonan, Jeremy is innocent. All he did was take down someone's content. Anyways, the pink hair girl sounds regarded. Never heard her speak. Okay.
Oh, man.
Nice to meet you.
Clock. If Jeremy is innocent, why is he ducking yellow flag?
Okay.
Listen to how quiet she gets. She knows exactly what the situation with Yellow Flash is, and that Quartering called him out for the debate, challenged him, and the no-show. Look at Mel.
No, look at how uncomfortable.
Session banning Smash JT. I don't know what that is. No, he flagged the Kino channel and stole money from the editor's family. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
What do you mean, okay?
What do you mean,
it's pretty serious allegations that it seems like dozens of other people with cold, hard cash are backing up. They're voting with their wallets to have this addressed. Melonie's face in this frame, doesn't it say it all?
Oh, it says everything.
Because this is actually the whole situation in a nutshell. And she knows she's been caught. She knows she's been exposed. Operation Sweep It Up failed. Operation I'm going to test the waters and see what my other options are in the griftosphere failed. And then she was back at work for Hambly the next day.
There we go. Speaking of our editor, go sub to our locals, Kino Casino clips.locals.com to help support our editor there. I noticed 7 people joined during this stream. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Banning Smash JT. Did Smash JT get banned? I didn't hear about that one.
Fuck off.
Fuck you,
You apparently haven't heard it. She thinks it's funny, by the way, when Smash JT gets a strike or gets a stub agent.
I didn't hear about the Smash JT flagging. But
you did hear about the other stuff then, right?
Yeah.
Oh. But I thought it was all about Tomb Raider in video games, right?
Yep.
Moped Mike, lying isn't Christian, Mel. You know what orange for.
I don't know what orange is for. I truly don't. But
your mom goes to college. Is Adam Sellers your husband's bull too? Greg, morning. So Moped Mike, do you think pooping yourself is a good podcast topic? Would you bring your husband a new pair of pants to the Walmart bathroom? I've mentioned no, I haven't. No, I don't think I've ever pooped myself, but I have talked about on a podcast like I was at a rest stop somewhere and there may not have been toilet paper and what I did in that situation.
So now they're going to do the Spartacus. I pooped myself. Who amongst us hasn't shit ourselves and told the world the story?
Everyone's
standing.
I shit myself. The whole court stands.
This is insane. Like, what level of sweeping are we on? This is crazy. So you humiliate yourself for Jeremy Hambly? How much is he paying Chrissie Mayr for this? Is it 6 figures a year? Is it 7? Like, what's going on?
How did Jer only have 400 people again today?
The good, I mean, if it's.
By the way, we got Evac 311 for 10 subs.
Big support. And hi to all the new followers, guys. Thank you for following us. Holy shit. Got a lot, like over 200 followers today. Wow, on Kick. Guys, we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Alt 4, if it's
it can be a good topic. Yeah. Like I do tell the story of what.
It's a great topic to talk about how you shit yourself.
Yeah, it makes it like these people think that oversharing is how you win on the internet.
But hang on. Yeah, you could tell that embarrassing story, but then when we go ha ha ha, you can't be mad.
Have to be like, well, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Like,
it's own it. Be like, yeah, I shit myself. What about that?
It's funny.
Bitch?
Like, but it's like, no, you can't do that. I'm a powerful person. Like, then why tell the story if no one can laugh? But they have to laugh and give you money and suck your ass, right? Okay.
Imagine Jer when we said the Walmart shitting story, right? That he responded with being like, yeah, anyway, and he says more shitting stories. That's what would have been probably more based.
And my dad pooped his pants when we went to
her dad pooped his pants. She's throwing her dad under the bus, her own family under the bus to sweep for Jeremy Hambly's poopy pants. This is crazy.
For video, or actually it was Rainbow Video.
For a video?
And my dad pooped his pants when we went to Blockbuster Video, or actually it was Rainbow Video.
He pooped his pants in Blockbuster?
In the horror aisle?
What?
In the horror aisle?
No.
We went there to rent a video game, and when we were kids, and then as soon as we walk in there, Dad's like, kids, we gotta go home. And it's like, what? But we didn't get to pick out our game. He's like, I pooped my pants. We gotta go home. And that was a sad.
He pooped his pants. We gotta go home. You figure at that point they're already soiled. You may as well, kids.
Rent the game. Hurry up.
Kids,
5 minutes.
You got 2 minutes. Go pick your game. Like if you've already soiled yourself, you may as well at least retrieve a DVD or something. Fuck, like Oh, I think that was his excuse to not let them get a game. He was broke.
Yeah.
He was like, kids, we're going to Blockbuster. I'll shit myself. No. But
nice
isn't this,
guy,
it makes sense though. Just think about it psychologically. This is Melonie Mac's daddy issues. Her dad pooped her pants, and now she looks at Daddy Jer as her father figure because he also poops his pants. So she has this like paternalistic desire for Jer. It's sickening stuff here, folks.
Is that the real Mersh? That's so funny.
Yes, it is the real Mersh. Mersh was wrecking her. I think he had like 2 super chats that were solid as fuck. You know,
one Melonie Mac.
Melonie Mac. Look at Mel. Look at that. She's rad.
Mersh dumb. 2026 is the year of Mersh. Honestly,
somehow,
he made it.
I don't know how, but it's the Mersh father's time now, Mel.
Mersh, wall 1 at Melonie Mac 0. I think that's a compliment.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a compliment.
That cut her deep. She's rattled.
Chat, Demon of Cybertron. So is Jeremy too scared? Too scared you have to defend him.
That's the thing. Well, he has to wheel out Melonie Mac as the janitor to go out into the public square and quash this on Chrissie Mayr's show, as though Chrissie Mayr is somehow the arbiter of what's going to be and what's not going to be on the internet, and Chrissie can stop this. Like, what were they thinking? How did they think this sweeping operation was actually going to go? Like, that their audience of millions would just drown out all of the haters and they would just be like showered with love? Like, what were they thinking?
Mm-hmm.
This last I checked, this is a show with me on it, not Jeremy. So, yeah, that wasn't intended.
You know what?
To be the topic.
Where are all you guys when I don't have Melonie on? That would be my Sneed. Dave Williams. Will you be watching the June the King doc?
Like, she's pretending like she doesn't know who June the King is. Never heard of him.
Honestly, she may not know. To be fair,
they don't know what that is. Well,
Mel knows. Mel knows.
Mel knows. But what's crazy is it's like Chrissie pretends like she doesn't know anything about anything ever. And at a certain point, you must have knowledge of something when you're a terminally online e-girl whose entire life and business is dependent on the timeline. But you're going to pretend you didn't see anything on the timeline from Geeks and Gamers. You didn't see anybody talking about the June the King doc. It's so dishonest.
That
I don't know.
But maybe. Sneed Dave Williams, the farm is saying they need to start a Johnny and Mel thread. Thoughts? I don't even know what that means.
Silence. We mean you don't know. You don't know what Kiwi Farms is? Really, Chrissie? You don't know? You don't know what Kiwi Farms is? Like, I love the crickets here for like about 5 seconds after she said, because Mel is stressed because she doesn't want that thread to exist. She doesn't want people going through her history or Johnny Junker's history and airing out their dirty laundry. Well, you probably shouldn't have signed yourself up to serve 100 years at the mast of the SS Hamtanic. You really shouldn't have.
Hey, Ash, what's that Twitter account? The one with the laughing emoji that tweets out all the stuff about like
Awk 2000 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I gotta say something after this. You will actually die. You will actually die.
Okay, I'm sorry.
In fact, I might interrupt it for 1 second.
A lot of these.
Ash, I have to interrupt the show for 1 millisecond.
Okay.
You ready to fucking die laughing?
Yeah.
Look at this is H3.
Is it Nisa?
You good? Okay, that's H3.
Congratulations
Look at his phone.
Wow. We're ready for either baby one. Number one.
Oh, everything's neutral.
He's screenshotting Anissa to
post at the poker table
on TV.
That's a real hater. That's a real A-log. You gotta respect that shit. You gotta respect that level of hatred that he has in his heart.
He's caught A-logging on TV. That is the funniest ever.
The grind doesn't stop.
I gotta retweet that.
That's so kingly. There's no way that's real, isn't it? It looks
on
real.
TV. It was on TV. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's on TV.
Raging Grino. Mel, please thank Jeremy for me. He doubled the Flashcast audience. Oh no.
Yo, that's Raging Rhino, awesome guy, the Australian dude on Flashcast show. He's awesome.
Did you hear her though? Fucking like pretend like she didn't know who Raging Rhino was, like
please
the way that
Jeremy
she pronounced his name was.
Raging Grino. Mel, please thank Jeremy for me. He doubled the Flashcast audience.
She doesn't know anything.
Oh no. Oh, is this Australian?
She knows she doesn't know who Raging Rhino is, but she knows he's Australian. Strange.
I don't.
Sorry, no one believes that you are naive to everything. I feel like Melonie has explained her position pretty clearly.
I don't look at it. I genuinely don't. Like, you can think I'm lying or not. Like, yeah.
Do you think
maybe
you should look into it then? Like, if we did take this at face value, right, that you don't look into any of this stuff, maybe you should, when your job and your livelihood and your reputation is online, like maybe you should look into it and have good answers ready for this stuff. Maybe. Instead of just having to rely on ignorance and deflection.
Guys, they deserved it. Yeah. Fuck them. They deserve to die or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
She is not. She was very good at not texting me back.
Hog tie her and bring her on.
If you guys can get her to respond to me, that would be.
The entire chat is just bring on Brittany Venti, bring on Brittany Venti, bring on Brittany Venti, all the super chats. And Brittany Venti did message Chrissie Mayr and said that she would go on 40 minutes before the end of the show. And again, before the end of the show. And Chrissie pretended like it never happened. It's crazy.
Yeah, my Venti's been killing it. Honestly, on Twitter and her show and all that stuff. And like, you know, defending like our free speech and other people's free speech. It's respects. Shout outs to Brittany Venti.
Great. If you can get her to respond to me about a date.
By the way, this is not easy for Brittany Venti. Fucking Chrissie's her friend.
Yes.
And she's still holding strong. See, you could be friends with someone and hold strong on your position. You know what I mean? It's not easy for Venti to do that.
For coming on Nightmare.
Please respond.
Please respond. Mallory, like this is you want Brittany Venti on. I always want Brittany Venti on. I'm constantly asking her to come on some guests. Brocky Man. Mel, with respect, you support people false reporting channels. Have you seen the video of Jer following people at the Ren and making comments? This is what people want to know. If not, please do so. You can be informed.
Very reasonable.
I think we covered this a little bit. Yeah. I mean, like if
So she's going to say here, like, she doesn't know, but then later on, she'll say it's a 6-year-old video.
But the first question, do you support people being flagged? It's a yes or no.
It is.
Question.
It is a yes or no question. But they don't feel that this guy who sent $20 is entitled to an answer. You know.
Well, get felted, Brocky man.
I'm
saying that's what they would say in their mind.
I don't owe the internet anything. I don't have to look into drama.
What do you mean you don't have to look into it?
Okay.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, then you know
I don't have to look into it. Okay.
All right, don't look into drama and let your boss flag people and ruin your reputation. And then when you get fucking A-logged like this, you can't cry. Maybe you should look into drama.
Say this or do that. Like, I don't.
What if Jer was woke?
She's saying she won't look into it. Like, she won't look into it. She won't address this. But later on, in defense of Jeremy's Ren Fair clip, because it gets brought up that there's video evidence of this. And so then it becomes unsweepable. She then claims, oh, well, it's 6 years old. But here she basically feigns ignorance and acts as though, oh, no, it never existed. I have no idea. I won't look into it.
What if the drama was it's exposed that Jeremy was actually like a leftist, liberal, he was gay and woke? Would you still ignore it? Or would you look into it?
As long as the paychecks keep coming, he could be diddling children and she wouldn't care.
You know what?
Really?
Yep.
To do any of that. And right now, like I said, a lot of people are lying about a bunch of things. And
like what?
Yeah.
Like what?
Pulling up a 6-year-old Ren Fair.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh.
There it is. It's 6 years old. So you are aware of it. And the only defense is that it's 6 years old. How about say it was disgusting and creepy, but it doesn't represent who he is now, you know? And he hasn't done anything like that. Like I'm giving a better defense. Like you don't have a defense because you know how bad it is. So you just say, well, it's 6 years old. It's so disgusting what he did. It's indefensible.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. Okay.
I enjoy the Ren Fair. I haven't been in a couple
you
years.
didn't know.
Chad Billington, bring on Brittany Venti. If you guys can get her to respond to my texts, watered down.
She already had responded.
You guys get in her ear. Tell her to respond.
Look at her looking down. Wait.
What's on?
Wait. I'll look. Oh. Hey, Ash. What? What are you looking at?
I keep checking my phone. I see no message.
Oh.
She keeps checking her phone, and there's no message.
I don't understand the meme. Jose.
That puts Venti in a bad spot. Like you're checking your phone.
It makes Venti look like she's trying to look. If Venti went like, "Oh, I wasn't home," it'd be like, "Okay, that makes sense." But
Jose M.
I just think it's really wrong because Brittany Venti has worked with you for years, been a friend, been at your wedding, and you're gonna do her like this? Why? Like, what sort of ties do you have to Hambly that compels you to do this? It didn't make sense to me yesterday. Then I learned that Coffee Brand Coffee is a sponsor, and now it makes a lot more sense. But even still, how much can they possibly be paying for you to flush your whole reputation down the toilet like this? It's crazy.
And of course, shout outs to Kino Shay at Kinocopter, amazing Twitter account. You have to follow him. I retweet him all the time. He was the one who sent me things all morning from Hotep and stuff, bad_banner, about all these coffee brand things being found, her looking at her phone, all that stuff. Shout outs.
Buddy.
Whoa!
You can have, you're blatantly ignoring the calls to bring up Venti. Why are you sweeping for Mel? This will harm your career. Yeah. I am very much acknowledging people that want Venti on, but again, that does not make somebody appear into my DMs.
She was.
I love Mel.
Why? What's with the veiled threat? This will
it's
harm your career.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
But it will harm your career. If Ashton and I hung out with flagging people who banned people, everyone would turn on us and go,
well,
wait,
and then I pretended like it wasn't even happening, and like I had no clue what was going on.
We should just end the show, and then like we're sweeping for flagging and like deplatforming. We'd get
it's going to be bad for anybody. Like it's not a threat. It's just like this is actually the case.
Yeah,
and you shouldn't do this, not just because it's the wrong thing what you're doing, sweeping for it, but it's actively against your own self-interest. And I understand that Chrissie Mayr is only motivated by her own self-interest and her own ability to make money. And that's why I find this so baffling, because this is such the wrong call. It's crazy. So she must be getting the fattest check in the world. I don't know.
Extremely leftist behavior.
I guarantee you, by the way, it's literally not a penny. It's not a penny.
Did you hear this now? No, it's not worth shit.
No, it's like $100 a month.
That's the thing. Like she's flushing it all down the toilet for like pennies in the gutter. It doesn't even make sense. It's so strange. But now they're saying that this is all woke leftist. Like, is Venti a leftist? Is she? Like, is Yellow Flash leftist? Yeah. Is Stuttering Craig a leftist? Is Geeks and Gamers a leftist?
Like, everyone that you're naming is literally people who bash woke people. Like, literally. It's not like even like a neutral party, a neutral politic guy. You know what I mean?
I sent this in chat, I think is right. Bring it back 5 seconds and then we'll play it after I read it. But he says, there's some weird shit underground going on with JR and his network that's making them act like this. And I believe that. I believe there's a lot more to this story than we know based on the way that these people are acting. And we may not have come to the actual reason why yet. Like the true theory, the truth of the matter may not have even been floated yet. It may not even be the bull. It may not even be the coffee company. It might be something else behind the scenes that we have no idea what's actually going on. I'd like to know.
It's scary.
What's with the veiled threat? This will harm your career.
Yeah. Extremely leftist behavior.
It is.
I didn't think I attracted a lot of leftists to my channel, but
is it, by the way, is it leftist to just, agree with reality and what the truth is? Because this will harm your career. Like, it's already doing so. Like, to claim that our audience and the Friday Night Tights audience and the Yellow Flash audience and Stuttering Craig and Side Scrollers, that all of these audiences are leftists, it's such bad faith. It's so disingenuous. It's such lies. It's obviously wrong.
Yeah.
But this is why I don't believe she was ignorant and innocent of this. That is just such a dirty smear job that she just did.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hello, I welcome you all. Val Mallory, squinty eyeglasses are not enough to ignore the calls or Brittany venting in the chat. Sadly, free Hannah from Leadership Camp. I love
quiet there.
Fun fact: she ate the top of my wedding cake. And false witness.
Wait a minute. Do you love her then? You immediately bring up that she slighted you by eating the top of your wedding cake? Sounds like some passive aggressive bullshit to me.
Or did she mean that positively?
What does that mean exactly?
I don't know, actually.
It was some like high school mean girl shit, wasn't it? I
don't know. I actually don't know. For real, I don't know.
Brittany's saying that's not the full story. I don't actually know the full story.
Wait, is this some sort of like slight at her?
I think what it was, like, what I understand, and this is based off of like me reading a Kiwi Farms post about this a number of years ago.
Okay.
From what I understand, according to Chrissie Mayr, Brittany Venti went at her wedding before anyone else got cake and took the top of the cake and ate it and screwed the bride and groom out of getting the top of the wedding cake. Like, that's how I understand it. But like, again, this is a very, it's not very well informed. Like, I'm not an expert on Chrissie Mayr's lore and Brittany Venti's lore, to be honest.
Listen, I actually don't know.
It was listen. If Fenty did do that, it was a Chad Queen move. It was a Stacey Queen move to mog Chrissie Mayrs. Okay, but like, how petty to bring that up and say, "Oh, I love her. I'm trying to get her on the show." Meanwhile, Venti's like, "Let me on. I'm checking my phone." And then you make this passive aggressive comment about her eating your wedding cake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Apparently, Venti's going on Sunday to talk with Chrissy. Now, maybe we shouldn't have blown up the spot and did this segment today, because now I'm worried that she's not going to let Venti on Sunday.
She has to.
She has to.
No, I'm telling you. Like, it's not a threat, by the way. I'm just saying.
Well, because she bailed on Camelot today. Well, it's going to obviously be a disaster.
Yeah, exactly.
PR-wise.
And then we watch that. Sorry, a Sunday, you said, right? Perfect. We'll have it for Monday.
God, stop ducking Venti. Pilgrim, the Diddy, Primat. I love you, Chrissy, but Mel is a snake. She laughed at the casino being deplatformed.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, Melanie, I guess.
Oh, Mel didn't have anything to say because she did laugh. She thought it was funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
She thought it was funny. She co-signed it. So she's not going to say, wouldn't you say, no, I didn't? That's bullshit. That's wrong. But then she knows if she says that, it'll be clipped. And then people will show the tweet where she laughed and co-signed it. So.
Well, look at this guy on my Twitter here going, do you think that Quartering is using the CBC to launder money? Maybe that's why he has so much money, and it would explain why everything's so shady and he won't go on Caleb Hammer's show.
I wouldn't be surprised, but that's always the speculation when it comes to these shady scam businesses, like half the time it's true, half the time it's not. We don't know. But there's something weird going on here. There's something that we don't know.
Yeah.
There is.
Yep. And that was fresh pro poise.
I mean, Lady Snowblood, is using Cuckham's razor here. It's simple. Adam Sellers has cuck pics with all of them. That's it may be the simplest explanation.
My theory, I think, is Adam Sellers is the YouTube manager.
I mean, a lot of people float, and I haven't brought it up in chat, but the Nexium sex cult. Now, that's very black oil virus, bumblebees, I want to believe. But could you imagine if it all turned out they all were involved in an offshoot of the Nexium sex cult, and Chrissie Mayer's been recruiting all of these porn stars for Jeremy Hambley's compound, and she's been grooming them, and that's actually Scarlett Hampton was groomed for that purpose, and Scarlett was actually telling the truth when she said that Jer was like trafficking her and all that shit. Now, obviously, I don't actually believe that because Scarlett Hampton was a schizophrenic lunatic fucked out of her mind on drugs, and you can't actually believe anything she says. But it's those sort of people that are chosen to be taken to the island or the compound because no one will believe them,
That's so true.
It's only a matter of time before my friendship with you falls apart, I suppose.
Yep.
KM, can you turn the old one's
I think it took one day, didn't it?
Old one's
because apparently she was snaking Mel today to try and save her own ass as she platformed a cuckold porn star.
Listen, we got
the worst possible choice.
Brittany Venti. She'll get to the bottom of this with Chrissy. We trust.
Microphone off, please. You're talking about me?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
One's microphone with you falls apart, I suppose. KM, can you turn the old one's microphone? The old one.
She's old. She's haggard. Obviously, Mel is just caked in fucking makeup and filters, trying to look 20 when she's 40. Fuck.
One's microphone off, please. You're talking about me? No, it's my show.
All right.
Jed Wellington, bring on Venti.
Oh man.
Stop sweeping. Ralpha Male 1. Hey, Beach.
Ralpha Male 1.
Hey,
Ralpha Male.
When you gonna have Scarlett Hampton back? So this is actually how Scarlett Hampton first got introduced to everybody. Is Chrissie Mayr brought her in from the porn community, I guess. And then she wasn't good enough for Chrissy, and then she wasn't good enough for the Dabbleverse. And Chrissy will explain why Scarlett was inadequate to continue being a contributor.
I have Scarlett Hampton back. Oh, is this actually Ethan Ralph? I would love to know that. I stopped having Scarlett on because she could not follow a topic. Like I enjoyed Scarlett, but it was hard for her to be on a show because, especially with Simcast, like we talk about topics.
Well, Raymond has a good point.
I don't know, and if you can't,
why
do that,
are all these conservative women having porn stars on?
Yeah,
and like it's not even like the fresh and fit concept where they shame them and mock them.
It's like positive.
Like Chrissy's like, you go, girl, get that bag. Like, oh my God. Like, that's how it is.
Yeah,
you're
milk
queen.
Those simps. Milk those simps.
It's hard. Ant-Man, Camel, Gunto7. Honest questions, email. How do you feel about Juror filming women? You guys, I do appreciate the super chats, but I want to talk about Melanie's faith. I have another clip that I want to talk about the friggin' aliens and the pastors being alerted to the aliens. I wanted to talk about her Bible channel getting unbanned.
The alien psyop distraction. By the way, was Mel's Bible channel ever banned? Like, I don't think it was, but like
maybe she said the F slur on it, I guess.
Rather than reading this, which says it's all on tape, she's like, no, we got to talk about the aliens. We got to talk about the aliens.
I appreciate the super chats, but I did want to talk about other things than drama. Sure, Joe's AM.
I do.
Send the link to the Hammerhead.
PPP
if you get her, if you get her,
respond to me. Really bad. Or do you want to take a break?
I got it. Let's take a quick break.
I'm actually hurt.
I've been holding my piss for an hour as well.
I've been going. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna actually die.
Let's take a quick break here. We're gonna come back.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, everyone, thank you for being here on a fucking Thursday with no like only a 4-day warning. Thank you.
Mr. Watson, show your flag report history, Melonie, on both channels. I bet it shows some streams that you have flagged down.
Whoa.
I feel like a lot of you guys are super chatting the same thing. I have a badass Melonie. When are you going to have a baby?
Yo.
I don't know. I don't know if I ever.
No, she's barren. Her womb is a tomb. Whoa, buddy. She's an empty egg carton. She's childless.
Oh my God.
If God wills it. But right now, it's like,
He does
I'm enjoying my newlywed life and focusing on that.
Just focusing on banging and having 8 hours of sleep. I miss those. If flat Earth isn't real, explain Melonie's chest.
Melted love! Melted light! Like that one! Ruthless!
Oh.
Okay. 1, 2 cents.
Oh, did you see her smile go?
1, 2 cents LFG, bro.
Well, you can quit the queue, but internet doesn't forget F's got supporters, just like you can't forget your husband leaving you for a dude. Again.
Yeah, that's news to me. That's news to me that happened.
Shadow Blue, Chrissy, stop answering before Mel can respond.
Oh! Oh, called out! Oh, the truth bomb! Truth news!
Yo, chat's ruthless, aren't they?
Suffer Chrissy! Suffer janitor!
That was directed towards me. So Johnny River, Jur and Mel love free speech, and they'll silence as many people as it takes to get it, heroes. Thank you, Johnny. Push up, spring venti oranges. We love venti. Will of a single man, isn't it also the Christian thing to not associate with drunkards?
That's what Mel said.
That's the video I was talking about.
That's a direct quote. We have to find that clip. Somebody send me that clip.
I ask people like, well, we'll look over the weekend.
I think so. I think actually many of the apostles, the fishermen, were famous for drinking a lot.
Okay.
What?
Oh.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. They weren't famous for seeking and saving the lost, being fishers of men, the Great Commission, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every living creature. No. They were famous for getting drunk off their ass. Isn't that what like the Pharisees said on the day of Pentecost to mock them when they were speaking in tongues, that these men were full of wine? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what the mockers and skeptics of the first century Christian church said. Chrissy, you fucking whore. Like, where did this come from? You just pulled this straight out of her fucking ass. You just pulled this straight out of your ass.
I think someone sent it. I'm looking at my requests. I don't see it, bro.
Like, how can you claim to be this Christian and you went through all the Catholic seminary and then out of nowhere say that the apostles, Christ's disciples and the apostles, are famous for being drunkards? Like, what?
Yeah. I can't see. Someone said they sent it to me. I can't see it, though.
Wrong. I'm not.
Yes. Well, this is the thing, right, Falstaff? It's the ultimate fake Christian cope. Jesus hung out with the sinners to save them, not become like them, because the sick have need of a physician, you see. But it wasn't, he said, go and sin no more. He didn't say, go on your merry way sinning. Shall we sin that grace might abound in the book of Romans? Certainly not. But apparently, everybody in the Bible, Jesus, the apostles, all of them were drunkards and fools. It's like, fuck you. Get fucked.
That's crazy.
Moped Mike, depleting is demonic. Calling it out isn't gossip. Okay. Thank you, guys. Josem, you had Coquita on Tula. Seems like YouTube. You guys have to.
By the way, Mel didn't say a word in defense of the apostles. She just let Chrissy blaspheme like that.
Well, she's not really religious. Let's be fucking real.
Seems like you like to platform liars. We demand Benti or Kumalot. I love them both. Val Malloy.
Well, why aren't you doing a show with Camelot today?
Then a real one, and the muscles get tired, ladies. The corners are your
bring
it back to the start of this super chat. This is the best one of all.
Wait. Here you go, Ash. Here you go. Ready?
Oh. Let's see here.
With anyone who claims
Hang on. Go back.
don't associate at all. With anyone who claims to be a believer yet indulges in sexual sin, or is greedy, or worships idols, or is abusive, or is a drunkard.
That's like all. That's all. But
that's all descriptive of Jer. That's all descriptive of Jer. Yeah. Wow.
That was 2 weeks ago. Thank you to Mario Tor 84 on Twitter. Really appreciate you, bro.
Mouths are.
Thanks, Mario Tor.
Oh.
Neat.
Okay. I mean, I am tired, but that's just because
she's tired. The broom hand is becoming weak. She's gonna have to set it down because she had to put too much effort into sweeping. She threw her back at folks.
No one on our side is a leftist into canceling.
Yeah.
Jer fired the first shot and we got a well-loved channel removed, causing all of.
Yes. Okay.
That's just the truth.
Don't you read that and go, what?
Of this. Okay, thank you.
Just so dismissive. But yeah, she's a neutral arbiter that's just curious and she wants to find out the truth of what's going on. No, you're a janitor who never gave it an honest hearing and swept this entire thing up for your own financial gain because you thought you were on the right side because Jeremy Hambley has 2 million subscribers on YouTube. That's how fucking retarded you are.
Whoa.
Videograms, Mel, you're cool, like Tomb Raider, 90s vibes. Take care of yourself. Jer seems like a pathological liar, dishonest with money. That's the issue.
Yep.
And finally, from the crowbar, Melonie Mac hides behind the veil of Christ to avoid criticism for her own sinful behavior.
True.
That's blasphemy.
But it is. Why is that like a joking way of reading it?
Well, that's the thing. You guys do the exact same pearl clutching. Like Mel does that pearl clutching and that like preacher grift all day long. But then suddenly when it gets turned around on them, it's hysterical and sensational. And they want to be able to use the club of Christ to beat others down into doing what they want. And then the moment that tactic gets applied to them, they cry and cope.
Hey.
Thanks to Crowbar for the super chat.
Thank you guys. Meet Kobe Gaming. What does Melanie think about Timothy 2:11-15? I don't know if you've had
that's
that
I think
memorized.
pretty sure that
it's
one's
to
like
be silent
in church and not taking over the service, which I agree with.
Shut up,
okay,
bitch.
I want to talk about this clip. More super chats. You guys are really blessing me tonight. Thank you. Sneed, Dave Williams, glad you brought up Rex Jones. Jer ran from him. I don't know who that is, but thank you.
She doesn't know Alex Jones' son now. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't know anyone. By the way, it wasn't that Jer ran from Rex Jones. It's that he turned his belly like a cock and said that he wasn't a serious commentator and that you shouldn't take anything he says seriously while running a political news show grift. And then when Rex was like trying to actually engage on the issue, Jer would go, "Are you triggered? Are you triggered? Why are you so mad?" It was pathetic.
Jose Hojosum. She's an empty egg carton. She's eggless, just like Jer.
Jeremy does not have eggs, so that much is true.
He's hit the wall.
Mel sold her soul.
He's an empty egg carton.
Below.
Holy.
Mel sold her soul to Bilal.
Demon
the
of lies.
demon of lies.
Sneed Dave Williams.
Look at how shook she gets by that, by the way. Like, she got shook by that comment saying she sold her soul to demons.
Sneed Dave Williams. I'm just going to run through these because they're starting to bore me. Does Mel plan to do when filters and inch of makeup no longer are enough? Anything using her brain is obviously out.
Oh!
Sick burn. Dead
it was.
Her. Why did Jer challenge Yellow Flash and then ran like a communist pinko? I think we talked about that.
No, you
I'm
didn't.
just gonna blow through
I think we talked about him being a big bitch.
Well, more of these.
This is just full-on dismissive sweeping now.
I was mowing my dog. Mowing my dog.
Mowing the dog. I love that, by the way. The mowing the dog is my favorite.
Mowing your dog, me money. Thank you.
Yeah, something for no one. So now they know it's Jer for Jeremy. But a little while ago, they thought it was Cuckjer, right? But now they know that Jer means Jeremy, right? Somehow, magically, they've been enlightened to that fact.
Cuckjer.
Who is Cuckjer?
Can we ask about Melonie's faith? No, I appreciate the super chats. Jeremy's going the way of the Rakita. Jump off you too. Dreadnought. Hey, Chrissie Mayr. Shoutouts to Flaked. Rumble Gun. Okay, everybody else, thank you.
Oh, she wouldn't read it. She wouldn't read it.
Mel's eyes here. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, let's wait for it. Right there. Do it. That's sad, dude.
Oh, I hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
It's all gonna blow over. It's all gonna blow over.
By Monday, it'll all be blown over then.
Thank
you guys know you can't keep dodging this forever, right?
Ash, I got a theory. I think that Jer didn't know we were going to be live tonight. So he went live knowing Mel would be on Chrissy's to get all the haters to watch Jer and not bother Mel.
No, that's what it was. Well, it wasn't Mel. Like, Mel wasn't on with Chrissy tonight. That was yesterday. But Chrissy went live.
The
Chrissy went live tonight with the porn star.
Yes, the Chrissy.
And that's, I think, that Jer was trying to get all of the hate off of
Chrissy.
Off of Chrissy, yes.
To move it over.
So he was returning he was returning the janitorial job.
Tardski. Yeah, I know.
Page Drive King.
I'm very tired, guys. I'm sorry.
Jeremy's favorite movie, Pulp Fiction. I should really have Jeremy on, and you guys could give me all your
troll saturation, they're saying.
At that time.
Do you think she would hold Jer accountable and actually be like, so what's going on here? Or would she just be like, yeah, I believe you. Yeah, these people are crazy. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I still don't know. It'll be weeks and months and years, and she still won't know what's going on. It's the same thing with Rakita and Ezra. I don't know what happened. It's like, fuck you. You don't know what happened.
And we'll see you all next time. Bye. And tune in on Monday. Fred Rubino's going to be in studio. Comedian Fred Rubino.
Okay.
Thank you. Love you all. Bye.